Good evening. Welcome to Ute and Slide Campaign. We're up to chapter 56 and we are in the end game. The party, having obtained a lead to the whereabouts of the kidnapped King Hecaton, sent not sent, but actually rode their airship to the extreme western portion of the trackless sea, way off to the west of the main continent, in the vicinity of the Purple Isles. They had learned that somewhere in that area is where this ship called the Morkoth had taken King Hecaton after having kidnapped him. So yes, this area was very remote, 700 some miles to the west of Neverwinter, or there somewhere thereabouts. And so you guys spent quite a bit of time looking around, checking out the Purple Isles, whose residents were very strange, but not getting many leads until you finally decided to start ranging a little bit further away from the Isles themselves. And then when you guys won one of your patrols, when you were taking form of an eagle and other birds looking around the area, you did spot this ship that was kind of shaped like a giant octopus or squid. It was traveling very fast to the northeast at around 8 miles an hour. And you guys saw, or whomever was scouting, probably, I think it was Groot, flying well above it, looking down, could actually see that in the cargo hold of this ship was secured a massive storm giant, secured to what looked to be by chains of some sort. But that is where we left off. And so I'm going to actually move us over to that map now. So you guys, the bulk of, or the most of you guys are in the airship at the moment. And Groot, I'm going to assume that you kind of saw this, did a quick recon over it. I guess it's up to you. How much more reconnaissance do you want to do before returning to the airship? I would say it's probably like the airship is probably like maybe a mile or so away.
Do we? I don't know. How tempted can we just fly over the top of it, and then we do the whole Mission Impossible thing, jump out of our airplane, fall, and just at the last minute, somebody casts Featherfall, and we land on the boat.
I say we just send.
Well, again, this is just Groot. He's all by himself flying above this thing.
Yeah.
So I'd like to.
I thought we. Sorry, I thought we were together.
No, you are doing a reconnaissance in eagle form, and you spotted this thing and flew over it and saw this. So if you want to return immediately back to the party and convey this before making a decision, you can. That's fine. I just wanted to know. Okay.
I thought we were just gonna send airdrop Samuel down and let him talk his way out of the situation.
I guess I misunderstood because I wasn't. Yeah, we're gonna need to track him for a while. I'm not going down there without my elemental form.
Okay. All right. So you just basically did a high level, reconnaissance, just fly over it enough to see that there was a storm giant in the hold, and then you quick turned around and beelined right back to the ship. Okay.
Yep.
All right. So Groot arrives at the ship, assuming he turns back out of eagle form so that he can communicate what he saw.
And I tell everybody,
holy shit, there's a storm giant on that ship.
On a ship, trapped in the hold. I saw what else. I'm assuming he was restrained, or was he unconscious, or?
You were a little hard to see any details. You could make out that he looked like he was in chains. Some sort of these massive chains were securing him there, but he did not seem to be moving from where you could see.
Okay, so he's trapped in chains, and I'm guessing we need to go save him. But I need to wait an hour so I can get my my elemental form back.
Well, good. That'll give us time to formulate another kick-ass plan.
Non-coherent
we
plan.
typically do.
A kick-ass plan we cannot follow.
Yeah.
That's right.
So,
well, there's the like Paul said, there's the Mission Impossible. You know,
Yep.
we
So what
just
I would
airdropping down
do
and
is everybody already has water breathing. Before we start, I will also do, because that lasts 24 hours, I will also do water walk in case you get thrown over the boat.
Nice.
But that lasts an hour, only lasts an hour. So I would do that just before we go down. So I'm assuming we want to say, so he's a storm giant. He probably can breathe water. Do we sink the boat? Or do we just try and break the chains? I don't know.
He can breathe water, but will he like sink to the bottom of this ocean if we sink the boat?
Yeah, we would have to
Oh, yeah.
get him out of his binding somehow.
Okay.
Unless someone's got a, well, what could we cast a walk on water on him?
Well, we could polymorph him into something small, get him out of the
Oh.
chains, and then
Oh, yeah.
have him convert back.
Oh yeah.
You know, because if they're a willing person, they would, you know. turn
Would
him
he
into
be
a
willing to be
rat.
polymorphed?
Yeah, I would assume he would if he wants to get the hell out of there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Your
but
Majesty,
If
we
he's
can
not,
free you
I'm assuming he,
what if he's like
If not,
unconscious
he
or
gets a
something?
saving throw.
yeah, he's got to be. I don't know. He's a storm giant king. I'm assuming they're magically doing something to him to keep him there.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's got to be some kind of magic,
He gets a wisdom saving throw if he's unwilling.
which is probably pretty high for him.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, so
Not a bad
I
idea.
love that
Oh,
idea.
right.
If that doesn't work, I guess we're breaking the chains.
Breaking the chains around you.
Yes.
That's right.
Is that a Dawkins song?
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Yep.
I'm breaking the chain. There. So what you guys are distance-wise from the ship is I'm assuming you're staying at least the same distance away, a mile or so. It's close enough that you can spot it, but they probably will have spotted you as well at this point.
Ah, come on. They're not paying attention.
Well,
Everyone always sees a big flying boat with a big honking
that
red
red
balloon above it.
We're not the giant flying boat that you're looking for.
Common occurrence.
So are you planning to keep up with the ship or let it sail some out of sight and then try to find it again?
keep up with it.
Okay,
Yeah, I say
so
keep up.
how far away do you, how much distance do you want to maintain between you and this ship?
3
Half a
feet.
So,
How close do you have to be, Kyle, to do a dimension door?
Well,
That's actually a good question. So dimension door is 500 feet. Okay.
yeah, that's pretty
That's-
close.
That's pretty close, but it's still, I mean, think about us casting spells and
Right.
firing
Yep.
weapons. 500's still pretty
It
far,
is, yeah.
actually.
well, what if we did the whole I turn into a water elemental, everybody can breathe water, and we just go underwater, and then I gather everybody up, and then we pop up on the boat.
Pa!
We did that to get away from the
Yes.
in the river.
Yep.
We could do
I
that.
like that idea.
No.
What's
I
your
don't
speed?
know how fast are they going.
They're going about 8 miles an hour.
I don't. What is that in feet per second?
A lot.
That is about a speed of
Let me figure it out. Calculator.
Computer, how many feet per second is 8 miles per hour? Here,
11 or so.
use this.
That's 11 feet per second, so about
Yeah.
60 feet per round or thereabouts.
Okay. Well, as a water elemental, I can swim 90.
All right. So you could
Sweet.
move that fast. I don't know how many people you could carry though.
Well, I don't know how we did it last time, but it
I
was
think
more.
we just like grabbed onto each other and you just pulled us.
Yeah,
One of
but
them
you weren't
pulled
trying to
you.
make a certain kind of speed before. You were just, I mean, you were moving as fast as you could, but it wasn't like you weren't trying to keep pace with something that was moving a specific speed. Yeah, you could certainly, pull people around or after you. I would say that the weight, I'd say that you would just be able to keep pace as long as they didn't like start to move faster. A normal speed of 90, I'd say you could, it's feasible that it would slow you down by like 30 to, have a whole bunch of people hanging on to you and, you pulling them along.
Yeah, I guess that's the problem then. We'd just be able to keep pace. I wouldn't be able to catch up.
Hmm.
Yeah. I would say that, kind of exerting yourself.
Or can we fly the airship to get in basically in front of them? We drop down and we wait for them to come to us.
Yeah, like ahead of them.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they could just steer the boat away from us. It's not.
Well, I know, but
it's not
if
like
it looks,
it's on rails.
no, I know. I'm just trying to think if it looked like we were going away and we get far enough away, and then, yeah,
Well,
we'd have to assume that they're maintaining their course.
I'm trying to think here.
could we
Because I
probably
don't want to make this like over complicated or anything. I mean, with a speed of 90, it's at least theoretical that you would be able to catch up to them. I mean, it'd slow you down a bit, but it wouldn't be necessarily constant. It would be like things like water movement and water resistance, that sort, and the weight of who you're carrying. I would say it would take you like 1d6 rounds to catch up to them, depending on. Well, I guess again, depending on how close you were when you got into the water. Like how close in the water are you planning to submerge? If that makes sense. How far away?
That's the
Uh,
good. That's the question. That's like,
quarter mile.
I mean,
Anything past a light. How far can a ballista fire, or a lightning bolt?
Yeah.
A
Well,
ballista has a range of
well,
480 feet. And you did spot ballista.
lightning bolt's only
You definitely
120.
spotted ballistas on this. It had siege equipment.
Okay.
Well, then I would at least 1,000 feet, maybe.
Yeah,
How about-
probably.
How about we just go above it and feather fall down?
Well, that's what I was saying, but it
Yeah.
could go. Don't forget, you're falling straight down, and it's moving 8 miles
Yeah.
an hour.
Right.
You're gonna miss.
yeah,
We need a Norden bomb site in order to line us up.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That's
Well, you
Other
wouldn't
than-
miss it if you dropped without feather fall, but that has other repercussions.
and we could theoretically do the eagle thing.
Yes. I was
But
but
then
then,
eagles don't have a lot of hit points, and if we get hit,
Right.
then people are gonna
right,
get
by
We just
stuck in the water. and-
feather fall at the last second. Easy.
That sounds good to me. I don't know.
It's like wait till the last second for your chute to open.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I said it was Mission Impossible.
hmm
I don't know. To me, if we were coming from the water, then nobody would know we're coming. If we did the eagle, then we have to dodge ballistas shots or ballista shots, or however you pronounce it.
Well,
Close enough.
could we? What if we feather fall towards the ocean? You turn into the water elemental. We enter the water there, so we don't have to worry about the ballista shots. And then we swim in,
Okay.
because that way the airship can stay a little, safely away from the ballistas, and we just look like we've ending it all and jumping into the water.
Wait, so what's gonna happen here? I'm confused.
So-
So I thought the Chuck stays far enough away so it doesn't get shot with the ballistas from the ship that's got Hecaton. We jump over and dive towards the ocean, but then Samral casts Featherfall on us right before we hit the water. We enter the water. Water elemental takes over and drags us towards the ship, and we approach via the water.
Couldn't. So
Paul said, I guess Paul can't keep up with the
No,
ship.
he
No, he said
could.
he
It would
can.
just. I just need to know like
Oh.
how far away how long it would take you, because you won't be able to cast spells while you're underwater.
Correct.
No,
Right.
right. I'm just wondering if we drop off in front of him and then, or in front of the ship and then.
Well, actually,
could-
let
wait
me
for the
think
ship
about
to
this.
catch
I
up to
mean,
us.
water breathing. The intent of that spell is to allow you to cast. I mean, you'd be pretty useless as a spellcaster in underwater adventures
Right.
if you couldn't cast a verbal spell while water breathing. So that actually wouldn't necessarily be a problem. And I'd say that you'd be hanging on to Groot, with one hand, but you'd presumably wouldn't need both hands free to cast a spell. So I don't know what spells you guys plan to cast at the last minute. Groot, you said at least one you wanted to wait to have kick in later, like within an hour, but it may take you.
Oh, that was Water Walk.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but he's doing that already.
Well, he said an
I would-
hour
so
before,
as soon as we decided we were going to go in the water, I would cast Water Walk.
so you do it
And
before you
that
drop in, and
lasts-
you would drop in close enough that you could get there within an hour.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, actually, we were thinking like just 1,000 feet.
Okay, so that would be pretty close. So that definitely they would be seeing. They would the airship would need to get within 1,000 feet, and anyone looking at the airship would see you guys drop out of it into the water.
Sure. Didn't know we're coming. I mean, we can't get close enough. I mean, without them seeing us.
I guess my point is that if Paul, if you were, it seemed you were kind of pushing for a stealth angle, like they wouldn't see you coming, but unless you dropped into the water out of sight of the ship.
Yeah, I don't know how we would do that. I mean, it's a giant ocean, right? We'd have to go
Right.
a mile away
Well,
Right.
to do that.
Mhm.
And
At
I'm
least a
assuming they're paying
mile.
attention to us now. I think stealth is kind of lost, in my opinion.
I do too. Totally
Yeah.
agree.
But I mean, they don't know I can turn into a water elemental. They don't know we're underwater. They don't know what side of the ship we're going to come up on. I mean, it's not like, they can. It's not like it was like the river. We're going to be underwater where everybody can water breathe, and then we're going to come up to the ship. And then when we come up to the ship, then we're going to surface, and then I don't know. Maybe Kyle can do dimension door onto the prow with a couple people, and then
Hey,
I don't know.
would they have
Like-
would they have nets and stuff on this ship to like catch fish and stuff?
I don't know.
Do you think? I mean, because we could like use that as like a ruse. Like they just descend, they throw a net over, pull the net up, they move to another spot, do the same thing, and it just looks like they're like a fishing vessel. Do that a few times, not attack the ship or anything, but basically make it look like that's what they're doing. That could be stealthy enough.
What who's doing? What they're doing?
Or what our airship is doing.
What our airship is doing.
Oh, like we're a fishing boat?
Oh,
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think.
I don't know if we have nets.
The airship. Yeah, I didn't know you were asking about the airship. I thought you were talking about the
Yeah,
Morkoth.
no, the airship. Hmm.
I know that. I mean, you guys have rope and everything with the ballista and everything, but I don't think there's actual nets.
Damn it.
If you guys had a net, of course you could use it, but yeah, they don't make a habit of fishing off the ship. Actually,
So, Kyle, could you, if we're near the bottom of the boat, underwater, can you dimension door with other people?
I think you can take one.
I can dimension door with one person.
So, to me, that could be another form of surprise, right? So we pick a side of the ship.
Yep.
You do that, and then I don't know. Then we come up on the ship. I toss the other people on. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
The sky
mean-
is getting a little bit stormier.
I think you've probably provided a good enough description that maybe he could dimension us door into that hold where the giant is stored. Do you have a good enough vision of that in your head?
Kyle
I
didn't see
got-
it. He can dimension door a specific distance in a specific direction,
Okay.
Yeah.
but he hasn't actually seen it himself.
Right.
I know. That's
I
my
say
idea.
let's, let's-
I'm willing to listen to anybody else have any other suggestions.
I think us jumping into the ocean and then and having
Yeah.
Groot pull us along underwater is about our best option, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wouldn't mind going with Samuel. I think I'm good.
Oh, you
I'm-
two dimension door in?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
From the water though.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
once
Yeah.
we get close.
And then the rest of us will clamber on our own.
Because I think you know,
Excuse me.
with my bow and I have,
Mhm.
I have 114 hit points, so I can actually
And I could always do
take some damage.
my flying firebolt act 2 pop out of the water and be shooting
Yep.
shooting guiding bolts and whatnot for an entrance.
Okay, so lay it out for me then. You guys are going to approach.
Drop in the water,
Wait,
couple
wait.
1,000 or so feet behind.
Okay, so you're first off, you're going to get the airship to be 1,000 feet away. At that
Yeah,
point,
around there.
you're going to drop into the water.
Yep.
And all of you will drop in the water from, I'm assuming, a safe height.
Yep.
You're going to
Right.
get the airship close to the water, not just drop out of the sky. And then once you're in the water, you'll actually, before you drop, you'll cast water breathing, which should last
An hour.
Water walk.
water walk. Okay. Water walk actually keeps you on top of the water
It's-
normally.
It's buoyant and it allows you to come up, but it doesn't prevent you from going
Okay.
below.
All right. So it's not like you have to be on top of water. Okay.
Correct.
All right. So you'll cast water walk, then you'll drop. You'll already have water breathing going. At that point, you'll transform into an elemental. Everybody will grab onto you, and you'll
Go underwater
beeline
Slight-
underwater for the
Yep.
In the direction
for
of
the
the ship,
boat.
basically following
And
in
then
its
we'll-
wake.
Yep,
Once
and
you're
then we'll
within,
come under the boat.
yeah. So now, how are you going to tell when you're 500 feet away that Samuel would be able to do that?
No. I'm going to come under the boat. I'm going to get under the boat.
Oh, okay. So you're going to draw actually once
Yeah.
you're actually right beneath it, and then Samuel, you're going to go right up into its hold.
Yes.
Okay. All right. That makes sense.
And
Sounds
then,
good.
and then I'm gonna time it so that as soon as they're gone, we're gonna come up to the side of the boat and I'm gonna chuck Tim and Don on it or something. I don't know. Well, Don can fly and Tim
Yep.
can do his boots of speed, right? And you can probably run faster on
You
water
can just
than the
run
boat's
up
going.
the boat,
Okay.
run up the side
All
of
right.
the
Right.
boat.
So before you do that, now how are you going to? Because you're not going to be able
Get
to
up.
see the boat very clearly while you're submerged. I would say that you would need to make 2 wisdom survival checks to maintain, like, to keep yourself aligned with it, assuming it doesn't go off to either side. Because you're gonna be underwater. It's gonna be, it's murky water and it's slightly wavy, so it's gonna be very low visibility in terms of seeing this ship while you're underwater.
Okay, if it's murky and I can't see, I was thinking that it's not polluted water. It's like Hawaii, and you can see for a long freaking way.
Well, it's not clear
underwater, but you
like
can't,
Hawaii.
that's fine.
Yeah,
And
it's
I'll keep everybody underwater, and I'll just poke my head out as a water elemental. Everybody else can stay below the water.
okay. Yeah. Well, what I'm going to say is that I'll have you make two survival checks. If you fail one of the checks, it's not going to be a huge DC, but there will be maybe like DC 15 or something like that. If you fail the check, it'll take some additional time. You'll know, like you said, you need to reorient yourself, like pop your head up. And,
Sounds good.
They're over there.
Sounds
Okay.
great.
All right. So you're going to do that, and then eventually get everyone positioned 500 feet below the boat. At that point, Samuel's going to dimension door with mirror to what he would guess is the lower hold or lower deck basically the,
Yep.
the portion of the boat with Hecaton on it,
Hmm.
and then the rest of you guys
Do
will
we
then.
need to be that deep?
What?
Yeah, I don't have to go 500 feet. Like we can be 20 feet away, and
Yeah,
I can just
yeah.
dimension door.
We just got to be under the boat. I don't think we need to be 500 feet down.
Yeah,
No, we wouldn't be.
right.
Yeah.
I would just need to know how far down you are when you do this.
Well,
Who's
this is what I'd like. So when Samuel and
Mayor.
the other person leave,
Yep.
as soon as they're done, I want to move to the side of the boat and get everybody else on the boat.
Yeah.
So like it's a coordinated thing. So I want to at least be. I think 20 is a good number, and then a 90-foot move would get me all the way up to the side of the boat, chucking somebody onto the boat.
So you stay 20 feet below. You're gonna do the dimension door Samuel at when he's positioned 20 feet below the bottom of the ship.
Sure. Sounds good.
Okay.
Who has the polymorph? Is that you, Serendil?
A
I
lot
have
of
that,
us
yeah.
have it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, a couple of us have it.
Okay, good. I wanted to make sure whoever's jumping onto the boat, like, so Kyle, you've got it?
Yeah, I have it.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Any other
All right.
preparations?
I like this plan.
Any other preparations you guys want to make? It is now starting to get very windy and kind of nasty. Look, it looks like there might be a storm brewing up.
Nesty storm. I have control water prepared, guys, and I also have sending in case we need to send a message to Sarissa, although she may have been. Oh, that goes directly to her, so hopefully she'll be able to hear it. Yeah.
All right. So you guys head over.
Sanctuary,
How
restoration.
does this freaking work again? I can't turn the ship around, so I'm just going to have you get closer to it. All right, so you guys start to approach. And at about 1,000 feet away, you can't really make out any details on the ship in terms of what's going on. But there's definitely some activity there. Like you see some people running around. Like they've definitely, they've been keeping an eye on you guys as you've been approaching. But you're not yet close enough to in ballista range for which the the dragon cultists are like, yeah, there's no way we're getting within ballista range of that thing.
Right.
So good thing you guys then decided you're going to take a drop. So they do lower the ship down.
And let's drop on the far side of the ship away from them.
Yeah, they can kind of rotate the
from
ship
the-
so that the ship itself can be like a barrier as you guys drop over the side, and they can actually like have it
Yes.
come to rest in the water itself, so that you guys basically are under full
Yeah.
cover when you do the drop. So they do that. The ship then lands in the water. The airship lands in the water. So you guys are free to start the scuba diving.
Let's
Let's do it. We do
All
what we just
right.
said.
You 80s action movie sequence music soundtrack now.
All right. So you guys drop in the water, and so you're now floating in the water. Groot, you're going to assume elemental form then?
Yep. And then I'm going to pick everybody up and we're going to haul ass under the
All right.
water.
So yeah, you guys, I don't know what
This
you
is
look
fine.
like underwater as a water elemental. Presumably you're just kind of like, it's not like an air bubble because you're made of water. It's more of like this weird, it's almost like you're invisible kind of.
Right.
But there's just like ripples or eddies in the water that seem to kind of reach out and grab you guys. It's really kind of discomforting, actually.
It's like the aliens from the Abyss.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Yes.
like the abyss. It's kind of rippling
Oh.
form that's underwater, a slightly different consistency than the water itself. Reaches out with these kind of like watery
It's like
tentacles.
snot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
ectoplasm.
With rusty testicles.
Anyway, it loops around you guys and
testicles.
makes a beeline for this ship. And
Why am I covered in the goo?
Groot, I'm going to let you make your 2 wisdom survival checks. Okay, no
Nice.
problem.
I am my confidence.
And the second one, ooh, okay. You start to get a little bit off and kind of lose your way, so you have to kind of resurface a little bit, keeping the rest of the guys underwater. And yeah, it looks like you kind of drifted about 30 degrees off to the, we'll say port. It doesn't really matter. You just need to make another attempt
Sure.
to correct you. Right now, you are about 500 feet away. I am going to have these guys make perception checks to see if they spot you surfacing. Yeah, they're all. Oh, wait, somebody got a natural 20.
Oh,
Okay.
damn
Yep.
it,
Somebody
Jay.
shouts. You hear somebody shout on the bow of the ship. Actually, it wasn't though. One of the people at the ballistas. So, you can quickly get underwater again. You dive back down, and shortly after that, you hear a, and you can kind of see this ballista bolt go, hurtling through the water where you had been surfaced before, but they weren't able to actually shoot you in time. So, go ahead and make another survival
Shoot.
check.
He did.
Oh, he did.
22.
Oh, I see. Okay, with if that 22 is the third one, then all right. That will allow you to get within a certain distance of the ship. Let me see. This will get you about 100 feet away, and this is where I'm going to bring you over to a new map. So, Groot, I just have you in your regular form. You're actually in elemental form right now. But this, you are that distance away from the ship. And what I'd like to do at this point is to have everybody roll initiative. And we're going to go round to round at this point. And I'm going to roll for all these guys on the ship, too. So this will take a while.
I'm gonna find myself here.
Oh, there's the boat. Holy cow. Forecastle, okay.
Oh, yes,
man,
I
that is a big
was.
ass. That is a well, hey, I haven't rolled yet, so don't get cocky. You have not seen me. Yeah!
You came through for me.
Take that, mirror. Roll 20's gonna fuck me over tonight.
That's all right. Samrel's getting me on the boat at least.
Yeah. Don't worry, it's usually me that gets effed over by roll 20, so
All right.
just wait.
Ba-dum-bum-bum-bum. Okay, bear with me here. This is going to take.
We're those bastards that we hate.
That narrows
That
it
were
down.
responsible for this.
I'm getting
Well,
a
I
roll
know.
20 error.
What,
Connection
connected?
to the server has been interrupted.
Yeah,
Oh,
We've
the Kraken Society.
we've
yeah,
all gotten
those
that on
fuckers.
occasion.
Mm.
Uh,
I'm gonna
That would
refresh.
be likely on your side.
Yeah.
Well, Skype's still up.
Yep.
I'm gonna refresh.
Sounds about
That's
right.
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah. God damn. 2. I can't believe I rolled a fucking 2.
I can.
I'm glad.
Yeah. Mother puss bucket.
That's all
I'm
right.
glad because it wasn't me this time.
I'm taking my inspiration
Yeah,
from
right.
rolling. I don't care. I'm burning it now.
That is certainly an option.
First or last, it doesn't matter. You still have a turn.
Well, not if he's dead first.
Well.
Yeah.
He can
Shoot.
revivify
Oh,
himself.
Mr. got me.
Oh wait, never
That's
That
right.
wouldn't work too well.
Clear.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that's.
Save Jesus. Save me,
Holy
Jesus.
crap,
Jesus,
that's a
save
lot
me,
of
Tom Cruise.
freaking initiative rolls. Okay, hang on.
You can get rid of some of them if you want.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah,
like you
yeah.
need all of them.
In fact, if you could just get rid of all of them, that would make things a lot easier for
course
us.
it would. Okay, so, Paula, were you able to rejoin, or are you kind of cleared up, or?
Yeah, I refreshed and the red
Okay.
warning message went away.
All right, so. All right, so at this point, you guys are underwater where you are on the map, relative to the ship. I'm going to assume that you are basically like targeting that 20 feet below.
Yep.
So that you'll wind up about 20 feet below the ship. Actually, all you guys go ahead and make perception checks.
Boy.
Oh shit! There's
Actually,
a kraken
everyone
under
with
here.
disadvantage except for Groot. Wow, Groot. Okay.
Disadvantaged perception.
Ew, yeah,
Ah!
I don't notice shit.
And Samrel.
I had a
You
21.
don't even need disadvantage for my roll.
Yeah, I only got a 1.
It probably won't matter at this point, but Groot and Samrel, you spot at least 2 creatures in the water. Actually, what is your... Basically, you need the equivalent of dark vision. You know what? You'd be too... You don't actually spot them at this distance. When you're about 60 feet away is where you would spot them. So I'm going to actually put you guys a little bit closer because this is where you would spot them.
And we all have dark vision, so.
What is the...
Yeah, I think we all
as an
do.
elemental, do you have any dark vision? Groot?
Oh yeah.
Yep,
I
I have
suppose.
dark vision.
What's the distance?
60 feet.
Okay. All right. So
Perfect.
that's kind of the equivalent of what we're dealing with here is 60-foot dark vision. So you see basically flanking the ship on either side a couple of creatures that you've spotted before. These are Marrow, the element, or the mermen that are kind of corrupted.
Cute.
So you spot them, and
Great.
Samrel, you spot it too, and you can kind of communicate. You're actually, this is a funny thing because you can breathe underwater, but it's really hard to speak underwater because it's like
Right.
So, but
That's
you're
how I
able to
talk
roughly
normally.
communicate, hey, there's enemies ahead, type of thing. So that's a free action that doesn't require anything, but that's what you see, and we're going to start going round by round now. So Samrel, you are able to react first.
I am just so yeah. I see this guy, and he is how far away?
He's about 60. Well,
This
he's
is
a little
kinda
over 60
roughly-
feet. He was 60 feet from. Yeah. The map scale should
Okay.
be about accurate.
Okay, so since I'm a little more than 60 feet away,
You're with the elemental. We're all.
Am I?
We're all.
Yeah,
okay.
We're on top of him, basically.
Am I? So I'm actually on top of the elementals. So I am within 60
Yes,
feet.
yeah, because you
Okay.
would. Yeah, that's at the point where you'd be able to see it, and he's kind of like hugging you and pulling you along.
Okay, then I'm going to cast Dissonant Whispers on him.
Okay, I'm actually going to move you guys so like you're kind of surrounding him. All right, so you cast Dissonant Whispers on him, and he was pretty much unaware of you up to this point, so I don't think that matters, though. He just needs to make a Wisdom saving throw, if I recall correctly.
He needs to miss it, actually.
Yeah, that's true.
Right.
Don't make it, miss
Right,
it.
right.
He failed his save.
There you go.
Yes!
So he takes 15 psychic damage, and he must immediately use his reaction to move as far away from me as his speed allows.
Right.
Wow,
So
nice.
that's his He is definitely now aware of you, so he will move. Swim his speed
Ah!
is 40, so he'll be up to about there. Away from you. All right. And you really can't move because you're kind of chugging along with the
Yeah, I'm
elemental.
just kind of being towed
Yep.
along. So
All right. So, guys on the ship, I'm going to give him an extremely high DC to actually spot you guys underwater. Wow. Okay. Hang on. He rolled a 19.
he rolled well.
He did roll
Wait a
well.
second.
And he
Um,
did. He rolled 40.
So we're 20 feet underwater.
Yeah, you're 20 feet underwater. He got a 19 and he's got a plus. No, he's got a +0 perception. No, plus. No. God damn it. What is perception by default? Is that.
Wisdom.
Yeah, it's wisdom. Okay. So it's. He got
Wisdom.
basically a non natural 20. I'm going to say that he sees something, but he's not really sure what's going on, but he's kind of saying, hey, everyone, pay attention. Something's going on.
Be alert! Be alert!
But it was
Stay
just
vigilant!
more of like he saw something moving in the water, but that wasn't the marrow. That was really all he could do this turn. Groot, it is your turn. Okay, so you can move to basically get you and the party that distance below. All right. And I'm just going to move you guys there too, with the understanding that
Yeah.
you guys are actually not on the ship, you're underneath it.
Right, underneath.
All
Yeah.
right. Okay.
Under the sea. Under
Okay, the cultist on a ballista, he's like, where, man? I don't see shit.
We ain't found shit.
All right. This guy on the other ballista, he likewise doesn't see anything.
Is
And he
Yeah,
shoots the
is-
marrow instead.
is that guy like above water or in the water?
Which guy?
The guy
The
that's
marrow
like running
on
away
the
now.
starboard
Yeah.
side.
This marrow here?
Yeah.
He is underwater.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So they might not even notice that.
Okay, and this guy on another ballista, he's also basically just keeping an eye on the airship, which is staying well away out of range. So Serendial, you are 20 feet below the ship at this moment in time.
At this moment.
But what can I do? I'm below the ship, underwater.
Being groped by a
Being
water
groped by a
elemental.
water elemental.
But it feels
It
kind of
does
good.
feel kind of good. How far below the ship?
20 feet below, you
Did
can
you
see
say?
the bottom of the ship.
Okay. I'm
20
going
feet.
to Misty
Feel?
Step up into the lower hold.
Yes.
Okay.
And that is a bonus action. for me.
All right. So, give me a.
I don't think you can do that, but
It's a Ladrin ability.
is it the same as Misty Step?
Yeah, I suppose it is. Do I
Is
have
it a
to see
spell?
it?
Is it? Wait, I thought.
It says
Well,
you
it's
have
it's a natural effect, a natural ability as an Eladrin, but it's
To-
basically the same as the spell.
yeah. So you have to
Oh,
teleport
I have
to
to
a
see
space
it.
you
I
can
have to
see.
Yeah.
see it. Never mind. You're right. You're
Yeah,
right.
I didn't think it was like Dimension Door where you can just say X feet in a
No,
direction.
you're right.
I wish it was. That's
I wish it was. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I have no other way up into the ship. I can't fly.
On my turn, I was going to chuck you guys over.
Okay, well then I'm gonna
He's
wait
gonna
for him
chuck
to
us
chuck
over.
me.
Okay, are you going to ready an action to
can
do
you
something
can
at that
ready-
point,
yeah,
or are you?
That's what I was just gonna say.
I don't even know what's on the deck, so could I even prepare an
You
action?
could prepare
'Cause
an action with what limited
guess-
information you have.
Yeah, I know. Actually, what I will do is I will cast invisibility on myself.
Okay, that's good. All right, so you are invisible. Go ahead and mark yourself in some way so that we know that you're invisible. And Groot, you can still
Oh,
feel him. You just can't see him anymore.
Yep.
All right.
Can't actually get to my character.
That
Okay,
guy.
there we got it. All right.
Oh, actually, where you guys are, go ahead and make more perception checks.
At
At this point,
disadvantage
no.
still?
You're close enough where it. Okay.
God, I
Yeah,
can't even see
Sorendil, you
my
didn't
own
notice. Mira, you don't notice. Samuel, you don't notice. Don,
Ooh.
you notice. And Groot, you notice. There are 2 more Marrow flanking the ship. And one of them,
I'm getting hungry too.
yeah, one of them definitely has spotted you and is going to move up and attack Sorendil. Actually, Sorendil, you're invisible, so he's not going to
I'm
attack you.
invisible.
He's going to attack,
So he wouldn't.
looks like Valdry. He makes 2 attacks, one with his bite and one with claws. Bite fails miserably. His claws,
Does he
no,
does he
his
bust
claws,
a
he hits
tooth?
you.
Yeah.
For 9 slashing damage.
Okay. Dick.
And that's his turn. That cultist, he's kind of running down here. Let's see, what would he do? He would run down to the next deck. No, he's going to stick up there. He's still looking around to see. He doesn't see shit. The guy at the helm, he's like, find them and blow a hole in the middle of their heads with one of the ballista. Damn it, you useless cretins. Let's see, that guy, yeah, he's looking around. He doesn't see anything. Okay, this Miro, he also sees the activity going on over there, but I don't think he can do anything other than move. Yeah, so he's too far away to do anything other than move up towards you, and that's as close as he can get. Mirror. So now you, even though you failed your perception, you definitely see these guys coming at you out of the water to attack. So you're aware of this one, and then the one that was fleeing last round. Underwater bows don't work very well, by the way. Dave, if you're talking, we can't hear you.
You were muted.
Yes, I was. I have a sword too, but they're not within my reach anyway. I'm on this side.
Yeah, you're on the other side, so and you're kind of grappled more or less in
Right. Yeah.
the water element.
So I mean, I'm planning on waiting until Samuel's turn, so we're gonna dimension door anyway. So I'm just gonna hold my action for now.
Okay.
I'll get my sword in my hand though.
Okay. Then we've got the other Marrow up here. Saw. He comes in, and he's going to go after Samuel with bite and a claw. Does 21 hit you, Samuel?
Yep.
12 and a claw. 15 probably misses.
Yep.
All right. So 1 bite. Yeah, fortunately, their bites are not poisonous in any way, so you just take that piercing damage. And that's his turn, Valdry. It is your turn. Got 2 Marrows right in front of you.
Well, shit.
Paul, at this point, if you try to go up, it's basically going to be the equivalent of... Basically, they'll get opportunity attacks on all the guys that you're carrying.
Yeah,
Or
I know.
you.
But it's only 2 of them, because 2 of them are going to be gone. Samuel and...
Right, yeah. I'm just
Yep.
letting you know that that's what will happen.
Yep, I understand. I understand that.
Okay.
If you guys, by the way,
I'm
wanted
going-
to take total defense, then that would prevent that from happening. If instead of readying an action or something, you wanted to just go basically dodge, even though you're effectively grappled by Groot, that would basically prevent the opportunity attack from him moving upward. So Valdry, if you, instead of saying you want to hold your action or whatever, if you want to say I basically dodge, that would prevent opportunity attacks from hitting you.
Well, if our goal is to get on top of the boat, that's probably the action to take. I'm gonna go all
Okay,
evasive
and Mirror,
then,
how about you?
because I don't want to fight these damn things in their element. I want to
Correct.
be on top of the. I
Yeah,
wanna
I'll
be
do
on
the
top.
same.
Okay, so you two definitely would not get opportunity attacks then if that's what you want to do.
Duck, dodge, dive, duck, and dodge.
Okay. Ba-dum-bum-bum-bum-bum. All right, the mirror, the Marrow, who last round got scared by Serendial, he has a harpoon, and he's going to fire at you, Serendial. I'm sorry, Samuel.
Even though I'm invisible. Okay.
And
Me?
he's
What did I do?
you taunted him.
Exactly. Lovable
Let's
Samuel?
see, he's
Come
got to get
on.
within 20 feet, or at least he wants to.
Just a semantics question. If he has to move like as far away as possible, does he have to do a double move or
No,
just a
he
single?
can't. You can't do a double
Well, no,
move
because it's a
as
reaction.
a reaction.
Oh, okay. That's what I was wondering. Oh, because it's not your turn, right?
No, I'm looking up something. I forget to check this.
How deep the water is when he drops his
No.
harpoon.
Where is it? Yeah, I'm ruling the harpoon is one of those weapons that the ranged weapon, it's not disadvantage. Because it exempts a crossbow, and basically a harpoon is like a crossbow, but even more so designed for water use. So,
Right. No,
Yeah.
so,
I would think it's.
Seems fair.
but he
not
did
just-
need to get within its normal range to actually use it. So he gets within 20 feet of you and does his harpoon attack. Oh, 20. Does that hit you?
Right.
Damn.
Yes.
Okay, so you take 10 piercing damage, and you go ahead and make a strength check. Actually, you know what? It's
Oh,
going to be
yeah.
a strength check against the elemental because the elemental's holding on to you. So, Groot, let's do a opposed strength
Oh.
check.
Thank you.
Okay.
I ain't rolling well, I'll tell you that much.
Oh, nice! Okay, so this thing is lodged in you, and it
Yeah.
starts to like pull on you, but Groot like holds on tight. So it's like this thing's just ripping your guts out, but it's not pulling you away. You're like, ah!
Don't worry. Don't worry. I can.
I
fix
literally
it.
could not have beat him because I have a -1 to strength.
Anyway, Groot holds on tight and prevents you from being dragged away by this harpoon gun.
Give me back my friend, you big sphincter.
You may not have him. Okay, and that brings us
You big
back to Samuel,
sphincter.
top of the round.
Did anybody ever watch Evolution?
No. What?
David Duchovny and I don't know, the 7-Up guy and Dan Aykroyd. There were aliens invade in a tiny town in Arizona. There was a asteroid that hit, and they like evolve into primates and then dinosaurs, and they tried to. Nobody's ever seen Evolution before.
No, is this like a 90s
It's
movie?
great.
Or
It's a
I-
great cheesy sci-fi. It's a really good movie.
the 7-Up, like the Uncola guy?
The Uncola guy hits him, and I can't remember his
Oh my
name.
God.
And yeah,
Crisp
Wow.
and clean
it's
and no
good.
caffeine.
Evolution. You should watch it. It's good.
Now I gotta watch it. I'm
Yep.
surprised Rift Tracks or something hasn't picked that one up. Anyway, excuse me, Samuel, it is now your turn. You got a harpoon stuck in you.
Damn.
So does that work?
I would rule if you want a dimension door, you can dimension door around the. You don't have to take the harpoon with you.
Just rip the harpoon out of his hands with with me.
Yeah, I would treat it like
stays in
like
me.
leaving an article of clothing behind or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Even though it's kind of
Okay.
embedded in you at the moment, it's not normally part of your chemistry or gear.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're going to dimension door, Mirror and I, up into the hold here.
Okay. So you leave the harpoon behind, and you and Mirror will show up. I've got another section of the map that I can reveal. Actually, yeah, screw it. I won't do a skill check or anything. You don't have to worry about missing. You show up on the lower deck. Excuse me. And there are two guys there that are very surprised by you showing up. Suddenly. Mirror, you can move yourself down there too.
Whoopsie.
But you do
How did I
you
get
do
here?
see basically this is the bottom hold, the main cargo hold of the ship, and you see a massive storm giant that is bound by 4 huge chains securing him to the lower deck. He appears to be motionless and seemingly unconscious at the moment. And
This isn't where I parked my car.
everybody remember where we parked. Wrong kind of ship. So yeah, so you appeared there. That was your action. You can take a move if you want.
Actually, maps will put it on the map for you now.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Where you
I'm
park
not
the
gonna
card. Yes.
I'm just gonna.
I thought you were talking about Roll20. I'm like, what?
No.
Yeah, I was very confused.
no.
I'm not gonna move.
Okay.
My damn iPhone.
All right. So let's see. We've got now. I get to the fun of switching back and forth on 2 sections of the map. All right. So now I'm going to give that guy on top. He was already alerted. Oh, he got another natural 20. All right. So he has noticed the activity from the Marrow, and he starts yelling, "They're below the ship! They're below the ship!" And the guy at the helm's like, "The Marrow will take care of them." The guy that yelled, "They're below the ship," he casts Spiritual Weapon.
Uh-oh.
And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use Valdry's Spiritual Mac, but give it a nasty red aura, like it's an evil Spiritual Mac. We'll give this a nasty red bad guy aura. And it's not nearly that big either. But that appears basically next to him. Okay. Groot, it is your turn.
Okay, I am taking my crew and I am disengaging and I am going up and onto the boat with the 2 other folks.
Okay. All right, so that would who was with you there?
I don't know, I got 90 feet of move in the water and
Oh, sorry,
so
no,
I
yeah,
was-
sorry. Okay. All right, so which side of the ship are you going up to appear on?
I'm on this I'm gonna go right on that side where I'm at right now.
That one right there?
Yep.
Okay.
Port.
All right, so you drag I'm just going to move
Port.
him below.
And as a flourish, I want to put those guys in the boat.
I would say that as your action, you could basically kind of toss them up onto the boat.
Yep, that's what I'm doing.
Okay, so that
And I do a double somersault with a pirouette in the air and nail
Okay.
the landing.
go ahead and make an athletics or an acrobatics check, or
Right.
it'd be a
I
dexterity.
want to
one.
see
I knew that
this.
was coming.
I think I have an
See him
acrobatics skill.
do a face
Not the
plant.
way I'm rolling.
Oh, look at that! I
Yeah.
totally
Nice.
nailed the landing, but none of you guys could see
Serendial, he pirouetted and
All right, acrobatics, huh? Yeah, watch, I'll break a leg.
natural
Yeah.
one. I would have said you got your groin caught on the edge of the ship, but no, you just managed to look really compared to
Whoa.
Serendial, who was like fluid and grace. You were just like, boop, like a
Yeah.
big pile of tin cans landing on. But
Slipped on a sardine.
you managed not to damage yourself anyway. And
Yeah.
Groot, you are kind of, I'd say that you're not in the ship. You're kind of like right next to it in the water still, like half in and half out of the water. That was to get you.
I just have a question on this map. Can we see him, or is the giant, or is he covered?
No.
Is there a
No,
ceiling?
it's
No,
it's
it's
open.
open.
The cargo is
It's completely
yeah,
open.
it's like
Okay.
actually 2 floors down. You see, there's like the
Yep.
you're
Got
on
it.
the upper deck. There's like a main deck, and then he is tied on the lower deck.
Okay.
Yeah, I could say. Let me just. I can actually reveal. Hang on, I can reveal part of the main deck that you can see from where you are. Because there's a couple of rooms off to either side, but you do spot another guy there too, who's standing on a level down. But so you guys are kind of like balanced on, I don't know what you call the side of the ship there. It's not the keel, but just the side of the ship, kind of the banister, if you will. And it's like a straight drop down, but you guys could walk along the edge to get to some other spot on this level if you wanted, or you could try dropping down to the lower deck below. You do see Samuel and Mirror, along with 2 other guys on the lower deck.
Okay.
So anyway, Groot, you really only needed to use about what would have been maybe 40 feet of movement to get up there.
So can I get on the boat as well?
I would say it was your action to do that, to toss them on. So I would say if you want to get on yourself, that would use up half your movement rate. So if you've got half, what is your movement rate again?
90.
Yeah. So yes, I'd say you have enough movement left to get on the ship yourself.
Okay, then that's what I do.
All right.
And so we would be in the bottom of the boat, right? On top of the giant.
If you want to drop down in, you guys can, but it's basically going to be, it's about each level of the ship would probably be, I don't know, I'm going to say it's like 2d6 worth of damage unless you make an acrobatics check, in which case it would be 1d6.
Yeah, I'll do that. So I will do you said acrobatics or athletics?
Acrobatics, so you don't, well, you're not going to sprain something because you're an elemental, but okay.
Okay.
All right, so you take 2d6, so 7 damage, but you're able to land, and actually you'd be on the lower deck, the next
Okay.
level down. And I mean,
I'm very confused. So
he is on the main deck. He's on the lower deck. Excuse me. The main deck is open. That area is open, and the upper deck, that area is open. So it's basically
There's a side view of the ship if you scroll down and you can see. So he's like in the hold. So we climbed up on the gunnel, and so you're dropping
oh,
down
that's where
into
I
the hold.
thought that's where I thought I
where the
dropped you guys,
giant
but
is.
that's fine.
You're like-
I know
we're
where I
like
want to
here.
be. I'm
We're hanging onto the
Yeah.
gunwales,
Okay.
the gunnels.
yeah. You guys
Okay.
could drop down next round if you want to as well, or on your turn, I should say. But for now, Groot, that is where you are, and you can see everyone down there, and as well as the King Hecaton himself. And by the way, when you guys emerge from the water, you now see that it has become very stormy. You actually are seeing clouds just kind of like starting to swirl around up above the ship. And
I wonder what kind of giant this
yeah.
is.
All right. So now the cultists are fully aware that you guys are here. So they're like, oh, they are boarding the ship. Yeah, he doesn't have a ranged weapon, so he's kind of useless. And he can't turn. He's gonna stay where he's at because he's got to kind of man the ballista. So that's him. But there now is a lot of yelling going on, and bum 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 bum. You see. Coming out of that door, another cultist come out. He's like, hey, what's going on? What's going on? And his buddy fills him in. He's at the ballista. He's not moving there. Another cultist comes out, and he starts climbing down the ladder until he lands right there. That's as far as he can get. And okay, then this guy gets to do something. Oh God, I have way too many windows. Okay, stepping out. Actually, not stepping out. Suddenly appearing right there. You see this guy wearing these kind of nasty cultish looking robes. And he's got these like spinning circles of light like whirling above his head. And one of them fires off and shoots at you, Samuel.
Why does
Damn,
everyone hate me?
Because you're
you're so lovable.
Yeah, I'm
because you're an asshole. I don't know.
Why won't you love me?
Love
They
me.
could tell you. They could tell you're a bard. That's why.
Yep. You're the real threat.
Damn bards.
God damn stupid spell. Okay, here we go.
Singing and shit all the
I
time.
hate those frickin' loots.
I play a harp.
So what happens when I click on this thing? All right, cool. I'm assuming a 22 hits you.
Yes.
All right. You take 23 points of radiant damage.
Jesus Christ.
And he's got
You're
a
right, I
whole
do.
shitload
Shit.
more of these things
Damn.
still circling his head. So one of these like points of
Where?
light just arrows off and like slams into you for 23 points of
Where?
radiant damage.
Which one was this?
Which
What guy?
Goofy looking guy.
Huh? Can he?
Goofy looking one.
Oh, I need him pinged.
This one.
Okay.
you actually, yeah, he kind of, you can see him because he's kind of leaning over. He had to lean over to target Samuel.
Sure. Right.
So that was his turn. Okay, then we've got another cultist comes running out. He sees what's going on, and he comes down the ladder, winds up there. This cultist is on the top level, and he's manning the ballista, so that's all he's going to do. Another cultist comes running out. He jumps. He will make an acrobatics check.
All I know is I'm stealing this bearskin rug that's up there.
He fails, so he takes 3 points.
Is it a bear? It looks like it has horns.
I don't know.
I don't
It's
know what that thing is.
it's white like a polar bear.
Jumps down there. Actually, oops, that's the wrong level. I'm getting confused myself. He's down here on this level. So he took a little bit of fall damage, but landed on his feet otherwise. So now we're up to Serendil.
Yeah.
Okay, now looking at that diagram, it looks like his chest is pretty close to where we currently are.
Um,
So if I want to, looking at that diagram, if I wanted to go here,
if you wanted to land on
it's not that far
top
below.
of him, yeah, actually, technically speaking, since the water element landed at his chest, he's at about that level. So you'd be basically at main deck level at his chest.
Right. Oh, so we'd be here currently?
I'm sorry, I'm zoomed way too in. Where are you talking about?
So this is where I was dropped. Is that where I
Yes,
am
you're
at the
on
moment?
you're on
or
the
am
edge
I
of the
here?
ship right there.
Okay. Okay. Well, I'm going to Misty Step then to his chest, or to about here.
Okay, so that would put you
Okay,
on the
'cause I
main
should be
deck
able to do that
level at the intersection of those chains on the main deck.
Sure,
So
yeah.
right here.
Yeah.
So you would be on
Right,
this map,
sorry.
this part of the map.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Then.
Yep.
Yep. Got it. So I move myself
Wait.
there.
there you
Misty
go,
Step.
okay.
I'm still invisible. Is he conscious?
No.
As far as you can tell, no, he has not moved and he is unconscious.
Okay. If I cast polymorph on him,
You know that will not work
should
because
not go
he's unconscious
visible.
and therefore cannot be
Oh.
willing.
oh, cannot. No. But if he's unwilling, he has to make a saving throw.
Oh, like a baleful type of polymorph? Yes, I
Right.
think that would be the case. Trying to think how that would work.
Because he would be unwilling. I'm assuming he can't give me his permission, so it would be the same as if I was polymorphing anybody.
Yeah, can you bring up the spell description?
Yeah, hold on. An unwilling creature must make a wisdom saving throw to avoid the effect.
I believe this has never come up before. Excuse me.
Yeah, we've never tried to polymorph an unconscious person.
We've never tried to polymorph the King of Giants, as it
Yes.
turns
All
out.
right, interesting. So, sage advice. Jeremy Crawford. Hey, Jeremy, can you cast polymorph on an unconscious creature? And he replies, you can cast the spell on an unconscious creature if the creature has at least one hit point. So, yes. I just need to look up what his... So, it's basically a wisdom save.
Yeah, and I'm sure his wisdom is like 4, maybe 5.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Not that high. Come on.
All right.
So I'm
You
not
could
saying
roll
18.
ones. You don't know.
that's what I'm hoping.
You got an
for.
18.
I'm hoping. Oh, well, then he doesn't polymorph, but I lose the spell. So I still have 2 more chances.
Yeah.
That was my
Okay.
turn.
Then we've got a bunch more of these cultist dudes. All right, so what's the distance here? He's gonna move.
Oh, shoot. I will lose. I'm now
Oh
visible.
yes, you are visible. If that
both
was
are
not improved
concentration
invisibility or greater, excuse
spells.
me.
Nope, it wasn't. Oop. So now I'm standing there on his chest and
Hey,
with my
how's it
dangling
going?
bits in the
All
wind.
right, so this guy moves up close to you, Valdry, and he casts Hold Person on you.
Dick.
So you need to make a Wisdom
Is that
saving
the,
throw.
The marrow. Okay. Oh my.
No problem. You are not
God
held.
damn
And he curses
Suck it.
you in some kind of...
I'll hold you, though, if you need somebody to hold you.
This guy goes down the stairs to that level. And, okay, the marrow, they swim out from under the boat. And, let's see. Yeah, up to here. So they see you, Valdry, and he's going to shoot you with...
God damn it.
harpoon.
This is why it helps not to roll a 2 for initiative.
But luckily, the harpoon sails over your head. No problem. All right. God damn, there's a lot of.
When you roll for a 2 for initiative, it's kind of like you get to go first on the second round.
Yeah, sure.
All right, this cultist.
Sure it is.
You gotta look at the bright side.
Yeah, I'm
is
positive
going
I'm gonna
to-
die.
You think you're gonna die? I'm already half hit points.
All right, this cultist climbs up the body of Hecaton and attacks you with a scimitar, Sarendiel.
All right.
He got a 22. All
That'll
right, so
hit.
7 slashing damage. And will you please stop whispering rolls? Thank you very much. All right, we've got. Oh, more of them are waking up. Another guy comes out and starts climbing down the ladder.
I kinged him for an
I
area
told-
effect spell.
I told you there were a lot of initiative guys here. You just caught a lot of them asleep. This guy, he starts climbing down the ladder. So he's probably right about there. And the guy who is at the head of the, what do you call it? The friggin' steering wheel of the ship. What do you call that? Completely mind blanked.
The helm.
Yes, at the helm. Thank you. That's what I was thinking. He's like, he's this really nasty looking half orc thuggish guy. He pulls out a crossbow and he takes a shot at you, Valdry.
Dick.
And he misses pathetically and also needs to stop whispering his rolls. And he moves. He kind of leaps over the helm and drops down on the deck next to the guy that has the light
The
swirling
whirling
around.
gigs?
Tron lightsaber or the
Yeah.
lightness guy.
It's the swirly gigs.
Yep. Okay, so this guy, he moves down to the next level and he's just going to kind of crowd past his buddies. That's as far as he can get. This guy, wait, was that just him? I think I just skipped somebody. God, I'm completely lost here. Oh, okay. This guy was at the bottom already. So he casts Hold Person on you, Samuel. So a wisdom save from you.
Great.
Oh!
Ooh. Okay, so you are held. So at the end of each one of your turns, you can make another wisdom saving throw. But until then, basically, you're paralyzed. You have the paralyzed condition.
Paralyzed.
All right.
Okay. And we've got another one here who's on the rafters. He casts Hold Person on you, Sarendiel.
Bastard.
So another wisdom save from you.
Okay.
Oh, no problem. You shrug that shit right off. Stop whispering those guys. All right, so now we've got some more marrow to deal with. This marrow clambers up on the side of the boat, and then he drops right down into the hold. He needs to make an acrobatics check, which he has no skills on, so he just does a dex check. Yeah, quite enough. He's going to take 2d6. So he takes 8 points of damage, but lands in the hold right next to Samuel. Mirror, it is now your turn.
Holy crap!
Yeah, you've got a lot of people that are not too happy with you guys being here.
Yes. Well, that Marrow's an immediate threat to Samral because he's kind of incapacitated. And he's been injured, correct? He just took damage now,
Who did?
the Marrow.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, dropping over
Okay.
the side of the
All
ship.
right.
He dropped down into the.
I'm gonna shoot him with my bow then.
Okay.
Gonna
I'm
shoot
gonna
with my bow.
bonus action, make him my hunter's mark, and then let's see, 23.
That'll hit.
Okay, so we got 15, 21, 29 points.
Okay.
Nice.
He did not like that. Speared him right in the gills. 11
And
misses.
11 misses. Okay, that's my action, and I'm gonna actually, yeah, I'm gonna stay where I'm at.
Okay. All right. The guy right here, he sees you shoot his buddy the Marrow, so he's going to cast Hold Person on you.
Bastard! What do I gotta roll?
Wisdom save.
Okay.
Oh, you are also held.
No, I'll take my thing.
Take your inspiration.
Inspiration.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want to be held this early.
You are not held. Shrug it
Maybe after the fight is over, I will be willingly held by him. But
He just wants to touch you.
until later, no.
Okay. In that case, you shrug it off. So we've got this Marrow right here. It's going to come right up to you, Valdry.
God damn it. These
And
fuckers need to leave me alone.
he really likes you.
Right.
He's just going to do the bite
Tell me about it.
15, I'm assuming hits.
Nope.
I'm sorry, misses.
Nope.
Assuming misses. Yes.
Both miss.
Both miss.
Nice.
All right. So chomp slash, both miss. And it is your turn.
Fight him back.
I was in the mood for some fish tonight. How about-
No, I am going to do my. I'm gonna light it up. I'm getting some altitude. I'm flying up to the crow's nest.
Ooh, fun.
Not to be a dick, but does he get an attack of opportunity?
Yes, he would.
I'm sure he does.
And that would just be a single bite. Yeah, that misses.
Yay.
pathetically.
I hope he broke a molar,
Right.
dick. And as a bonus action, I am going to cast Spiritual Weapon. So
Ooh.
get the good spiritual Mac.
Ooh, it's Mac
Nice.
versus Mac.
Put a gold aura around that one.
So let's see. Let's drag out the old spiritual Mac.
Yeah, just put it where you want it. I'll resize it down. It probably need to get sized.
Yeah, I gotta. There we go. Boop.
Okay.
So I'll put it right there. And I rolled a. So it's against that guy, and I rolled a 25. Did that hit him?
Which guy was it?
Yeah, I don't see your
The
weapon.
guy.
He put it on the
It's out
right
there.
by the helm. That
Yeah.
guy, yes, definitely hits.
So he takes 6 force.
Okay, and he
Ah,
is not
okay.
presently holding anyone, so he doesn't need to make a concentration check.
It's the battle of the Macs. 2 Macs enter. Only one will leave.
Yeah, they can't damage each other though. That's the downside. Let me just look at this thing here. Oh boy, because you're way high up in the air.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say that you'd be able to keep the spiritual Mac. You know, that's kind of the extent of how far away it can really go.
Okay.
It's got to stay
Okay.
pretty much at that distance from you on that level, just because you're so high up in the crow's nest.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
I'll just say for simplicity, anywhere on that level is fine.
Okay.
On the upper deck, we'll just keep it simple.
Yep.
Or at least on that the aft castle portion of it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So Miro, he sees you up there in the crow's nest. He's going to take a shot at you. You do get some cover from the crow's nest itself, but
Oh wait, I forgot. I get to deal when I'm in my mode. I get an extra 1d8 divine strike on that thing. Oh wait, no. Oh, in my it's not divine strike, but when I'm in my mode, I deal an extra. I think it's 1d8
from your attacks or from your max attack?
from me. Just the fact that I'm in my shimmering mode, I get an extra. I deal 1d. Why can't I find it? There we go.
What is the ability called?
So it's Radiant
Oh,
Soul.
okay. You can use your action. You already used your action to cast Spiritual Mac, so
That's bonus action. Spiritual Mac is a bonus action.
Spiritual weapon.
oh,
a
it is.
bonus action.
Okay. So you
Yep.
can use your action then to unleash the dynamic. Okay.
So
all right.
that's
So
what I
wait,
did.
you used your action to do actually. Yes, you used your action to grow wings. Then you went up.
Mm-hmm.
During it, you have flying speed. Blah, blah, blah. And once on each of your turns, you can deal extra radiant damage to one target when you deal damage to it with an attack or a spell. All right. Yeah. So the Spiritual Mac is a spell. So sure, I'll rule that. Go ahead.
So then he takes an extra 10 points of damage because that's my level.
Wow. Nice.
that works.
Yeah, that really hurt him actually. Okay. So anyway, back to the Marrow. He's going to shoot at you with his harpoon, taking an AC penalty because you have partial cover from the crow's nest. So he misses you with his harpoon. Samrel.
I stick a finger over and I flip him off.
I'm gonna end my turn. All right, what do I do? Wisdom save.
Yes.
Yeah. Come on.
No,
Damn it.
you are still held.
All right, let me know when it's my turn again.
Right. We'll wake you up.
Okay.
It'll be a while.
So the guy that you just attacked with your Spiritual Mac, if you can get him, he can get you. He sends his Spiritual Mac up to you. And how's that going to work here? I think I just roll it, don't I? Yeah, okay. Oh my God, he dropped his Spiritual Mac.
Oh, fell in the ocean.
All right. Well, that was his spiritual weapon anyway. In the meantime, he is also himself. He can't cast a. Yeah, he'll cast a. No, that's concentration. That's not what he's going to want. Ooh.
He dropped his.
Oh yes. He commands you to jump.
Oh, he can try.
So.
You mean like jump up and down?
Well,
he obviously doesn't see my
right,
wings.
evidently. So sure, jump.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why resist?
So.
I'll land
Well, just
right
go ahead
on
and
him.
make a wisdom save and see if you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, you save anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, he didn't think that through with the wings,
Just
the
jump
whole
up,
wings
start
thing.
Hey, stupid! Look here.
Well, I would have ruled that you would have, gotten out of the crow's nest and exposed yourself to more.
Right.
You would have lost your cover bonus, but that's about it.
Expose myself. Oh,
Excuse me
my.
while I whip this out.
Ah!
Okay, Groot, it is your turn. You are on the
I'm going to
chest.
try and break the
Alright.
chains.
Okay. Do you deal magical damage?
No.
Okay, your attack is completely ineffectual.
Well, fuck me.
The chains appear to be
Well, then,
magical.
So I can, well, then I am then going to say, ooh, that didn't work. And then I walk over to that guy and I smack him with my other fist.
All right. The one that was attacking Serendil.
And I drop my fist.
Oh dear! You drop a bucket of water on them.
Hate when that happens.
Splash. Okay. All right. So this is all right. The guy in the ballista. Yeah, he can't really attack him, and he doesn't have a melee weapon, so he is going to abandon his post and run down to here. This cultist is going to continue down the stairs and join his buddy on top of the giant next to Serendil. God, there's a lot of these fuckers around here. This guy is going to 5, 10, 30, dash to about there. And okay, the guy with all the stars swirling around his head. He, first off, as a bonus action, looses another one of those things. And this time he's going to target the water elemental. So, where the hell is it? 23? Does that hit the water elemental, I'm assuming?
Do you even really need to ask?
Well, I didn't know what your AC was.
Yes. It is.
10 radiant damage, and he's still whispering. What the hell? I thought I turned that off. Stop whispering. Okay. That was his bonus action. As an action, he's going to banish you. Or try to.
Wisdom save?
Yep. Oh, no problem. You remain quite firmly ensconced on the prime material plane. I'm actually curious how that would work.
Yeah, no kidding.
Because you're in elemental form, but you're still not really an elemental. In any case, you resist the effect, and he curses wildly at you. And so what we've got here, another cultist. He's going to dash as far as he can go, which would likely... Yeah, he's going to dash up to you, Samrel. That's as far as he can go. I've got a cultist on the upper deck who moves down to the lower deck. And we've got a cultist on the lower deck who dashes up to you, Mirror. And we're now up to Serendil.
It's not allowed.
Okay. I've never used this spell before, and I hope it's set up properly. I want to use Steel Wind Strike, which I flourish my Rapier of Wounding, and I get to make 5 attacks against individual targets that I can see within 30 feet of me. And each one I make an individual attack on, and once I hit them, they do 60-10 of force damage if I
Holy
hit
shit.
them. So I'm going to go 1,
Wow.
2.
Wait, just do these one at a time. I won't be able to remember.
3. Okay. All right. So this
Okay.
guy. So I just make a normal attack. Then the damage is not the damage. The regular damage is the 60-10. So 28. So
Okay, hang
critical.
on. I'm trying to find this freaking window. Give me a second. Okay.
Okay. So now I roll this, but it's critical hit. So do I do it twice, I guess? Because I'm rolling the dice
Yep.
twice?
It doesn't
Probably-
really
that would
matter
be-
because he's paced at this point.
No, I want you to
Okay,
roll it. I
so
want you to
he's-
do 100 points of
All right. I'll roll it. So 88 points
Holy
of damage.
crap. All right. Yeah, you knock him through the wall of the ship. No, that
Okay, then I do it again. 20 on the cult dude, this
okay.
guy.
Yes,
God
that hit him.
damn.
So he takes 34 points of
All
force
right,
damage.
he is dead.
Yay.
I think you should do that on the end of on the chain links. I mean, my goodness.
I got
Okay.
time. Then this guy.
Which guy? This guy right here.
Well, it has to be 5
Yeah.
targets. So I guess.
Oh yeah.
This guy right here.
Oh, sorry, wrong thing. That'll be the damage if I hit him.
Which guy
if
is
I
it?
miss,
Ping
so
him,
hold-
please.
Sorry, this guy. So I rolled a 20.
Yeah, he's dead.
Okay, then this guy next to him.
Holy shit.
Hold on, I gotta actually roll to hit.
God,
He's dead.
24.
he
Okay,
did.
and then this guy.
Yeah,
Yep.
he's dead.
He won.
He's dead.
Well,
Holy shit.
So they're all dead.
That's
Wow,
a
you
really
just,
good
like,
spell.
So you basically then teleport.
And then I will. And then I teleport up to 5 feet from one of the targets, whether I hit him or miss them, and I
Okay.
teleport here.
Yeah, you just basically.
So.
Yeah. That was like fucking impressive.
It looks like an anime.
All in,
It's like,
all in 6 seconds.
The cultists that were standing next to you were like, "Oh fuck,
What the fuck just happened?
we just
Oh,
dodged a bullet."
and I used my bonus action to start my
Okay.
blade song.
For good measure.
For good measure.
Wow. Okay, I'm just gonna toss
How
these.
many of those can you cast?
I'm just gonna toss them overboard just because they're ballast at this point. Wow, that was impressive. Okay.
All right, I took 5 down. What are you guys doing?
All right.
Moving.
This guy is gonna continue on down the stairs, and he sees you right there. He's like, "Okay, this guy's got to be held." He casts a hold person on you.
All right, wisdom save.
There we go.
Oh yeah.
I grin at him.
A little dribble runs down his leg as he sees you
Right.
not being held obstinately. Okay. Well, tough luck for you, buddy. All right, so that guy's dead. So we've got a Marrow. He's gonna take another shot at you. Voldry with a harpoon. God, I have too many freaking windows. Where's the Marrow? Where's the Marrow? Okay, here we go.
And I'm ducked down. I'm not just standing. So, yeah. Swing and a miss.
Yeah, you missed. Are you? Well, you didn't say you were taking total cover, because you need to be able to see your weapon to control it.
Right.
But in any case, he fired at you with his harpoon and missed pathetically, so it doesn't matter. Okay, so the cultist who was attacking Serendil decides that he is gonna live a lot longer of fighting this huge ass water elemental.
He thinks.
Yeah, it's like, well, pick your poison at this point. If I can find him, here we go. He's got a massively powerful scimitar, and he dropped his scimitar. Oh, poor guy. He's not long for this world. That guy is dead. Okay, so we've got another cultist who goes down the stairs and winds up next to Mirror and can still make an attack with the scimitar. 17, does that hit Mirror?
Yep.
Okay, so you take 6 slashing damage from a scimitar.
All right.
And the big ass half orc dude. Let's see. Okay, he yells out, leaps over the edge, drops down to here. He's going to make an acrobatics check. which he makes. Oh no, he missed it by 1. So he takes D6 for a whopping 3 points of damage. Lands next to Mirror and makes 2 attacks with a short sword. 13, does that hit? Mirror?
Nope.
Okay.
16.
All right, so second attack does hit. So you take 6 more piercing and you need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh God, I'm gonna die. 6 more.
Yeah, 6 more just from the hit, and then an additional con save.
Yep. Okay. There's that.
Oh crap! So you take 7d6.
It's my worst.
You take 30 points of poison damage from the poison.
Ew.
30.
Yep.
Okay.
And he lets out a blood-curdling shriek of fury and triumph. And okay, so we've got the dude who's going to continue holding person, concentrating. I don't think he's got any ranged weapons, does he? Double check. Come on, cult dude. Well, he's got a dagger, but you know, it's kind of a waste. He's just going to keep concentrating. Cultist, he's dead. That guy is dead. All right, so we've got the Marrow, who's right there next to Samril on top of Hecaton. He is going to attack with a bite and a claw. Samril. 24 for 11 piercing damage.
Yep. Yep, that'll do it.
And 16? I don't think that does it.
17,
Yep,
but it doesn't
so he
hit.
misses on the second attack. Okay, Mirror, you've got a whole variety of people around you at the moment.
Yeah. Well, I didn't like the guy that just poisoned me. So, is it an action to switch weapons?
You can drop your bow and flourish a sword if you wish.
Yeah, I can always pick it up later, I guess. I'll do that because he's too close to shoot. So,
Yeah, I mean, you could shoot him. You'd be at just a disadvantage because you're right next to him.
yeah.
And the Marrow is your target currently. Or your, what do you call it?
What do you mean?
You targeted him with that, what do you call it? The ability.
Oh, the hunter's
Hunter's
mark,
mark,
right?
thank you, yes, sorry.
Yeah.
Spaced on it. But in any case, if you want to drop, you can
Or
drop
I can still shoot. I'll shoot at him still. Screw it.
the
I
Marrow.
think that poison's a one-time thing.
Shoot at the Marrow.
So, yes,
Okay,
I'm gonna concentrate on him still.
okay.
So same thing. Hunter's mark for 3, not 5. Don't count that 5. Oops. That one.
15 will hit.
All right, so 16, 17, 18 plus the 3.
All right, he drops. He
Nice.
collapses to the floor and he's no longer alive. I'm just going to toss him overboard as well to get him out of the way.
Oh. And then I have this guy here.
Yep.
Okay, he's far enough away from me. I'm gonna target him.
Okay.
I don't think he's been injured yet, or I don't know. So I'm just gonna just shoot at him.
That hits.
All right.
Shoom, shoom.
So 18.
All right. Yeah, that does a sizable amount of damage. He did not like that. He is. Let me think here. He is present.
He was holding Samril.
Was he
so
the
I
one
think
that?
he's
Oh,
yes.
I'm sorry. I had it confused then. I thought that this guy was holding Samril.
I thought it was this guy.
You could be right. I could have made a mistake. What I will say This is my own fault. I'm going to have him make a con save.
Sure.
And yeah, he failed. So
That's kind of
Samuel,
why
Samuel,
I
you
targeted that one.
Samuel, you are no longer held.
Woohoo! Thank God.
But as a result of that, I mean, the last guy I didn't have do anything because I thought he was concentrating. So I'm actually going to give him an attack.
Sure. No.
And he would have used it to fire upon the water elemental. No, actually, he would have tried to. He can't. Can't hold him because he's not a person. He will command the water elemental to flee. So Groot, go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw. Okay, so you make that save, no problem. You ignore his command to flee. So no big change either way then. So anyway, the guy that you shot with the arrow, he's badly wounded but still up, and Samuel, you are no longer held. And it is actually his turn right now. So he casts Hold Person again on Samuel. So go ahead and make another.
Dick.
Oh, Jesus.
Yep.
Samuel, you are held.
You are rolling like Valdry tonight.
Oh.
No, I'm rolling like me.
Okay, so we've got Miro up on top. He's going to fire a harpoon at Baldry. This is this guy right here.
Isn't he out of harpoons?
No, this is a different guy. This is the guy that's on the edge. 15.
Yeah.
They're
Swing and a miss.
they're not having much luck with this.
No, they're not.
It is your turn.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? He's
so-
gonna clamber over the edge and drop down on the chest of
the pit.
Yeah. He will try an acrobatics check. Yep. He's such a lumbering fish thing. So he takes 2d6. He takes 8 points of damage doing that. But he winds up next to the earth
Hope he
element.
broke a flipper.
Yeah, broke a flipper. I'm sorry. So Valdry, it is your turn.
All right. So first we'll let my spiritual Mac do its job. 25 hit
Oh,
him.
yes.
So he takes 8.
Oh, that drops him, actually. And
Boom.
his spiritual Mac likewise goes. The evil spiritual Mac is no more.
Excellent. And so then for my main action, so where the spinning light disc dude is and the 2 cultists, I'm basically looking right down at them. I am going to drop Flame Strike.
What's the range, out of curiosity?
That is 60 feet.
All right, give me just a second here. So the length.
Boy, that is a shit roll for damage on that.
Okay, so this is the length of that to there. 27. Yes, you would just be able to reach them.
Okay.
So DC 15 Dex save for all three of it. Wait, is it? That's just a single target, isn't it?
No, it's an area effect.
Oh, okay. What's
It's a 10-foot diameter. 10-foot diameter, so I can get all 3
gotcha?
of them.
Okay, so let's see. So Dex save.
Plus
Eh.
10. Plus 10.
Plus 10 to each, yeah.
So it'd be 27 total.
Plus
Right.
10.
And half, and yes, and half. So it's 17 if they fail their deck save. It's 8 if they make it, and then they each get an additional 10.
I'm confused. Where's this 10 coming from?
That's my ability.
Radiant
That's my
soul.
extra damage I deal
Oh, okay.
when I'm a radiant soul.
All right. Well, the save. I mean, the save means you take half damage. So it'd take half
Yes.
of your 10 as well.
Okay.
So it's 27 if they fail, and
Yes.
11.
13 if they.
Or I'm sorry, yeah, 13 if they make it.
Yeah.
No, sorry. The Radiant Soul is just straight up 10 points
It's
of
straight
damage.
up
There is
10,
no
yeah.
save. That's part of the spell description. So if he attacks with a spell or an
Mhm.
attack, he can deal an additional 10 points of damage, period.
Right. So that doesn't get
Yes.
halved. So what?
Yeah, I guess it depends on, yeah. I can see an argument for it either way because he's like chaining it to the damage of the spell, and a save against a spell halves the damage of the spell. But
Yeah, I suppose.
yeah, I could see it going either. Screw it. Let's just add 10.
Okay.
I'm not going to belabor it. Let's just keep it simple and have it be separate.
Okay.
All right. Anyway, he needs to make a dex save.
Yep.
So he makes it. So he takes 16. No, I'm sorry, 18 points,
Mm-hmm.
which would be great if I had the right tools selected. All right, there we go. And the other two guys, Mr. Cultist. Wow, amazingly made it.
Damn.
But
Still 18.
yeah, so he's dead. Actually, it doesn't matter if they make it. Those guys are dead. They only have 9 hit points. So,
All
Does
right.
that guy have to make a concentration check?
give
See the
me a
spinny ball guy?
moment. He actually
Bolt,
does
dagger, dart.
not.
That's pretty cool.
Ooh.
Yes.
Well, not for us. But
No.
it's pretty cool. for
Right.
him.
Actually, double check something. Because he's got other spells that have been going. Hell, I've got too many windows open.
That 17 is pretty goddamn wimpy damage. They could take 48 if I if I rolled halfway decent. That's pretty shit damage.
Don't think that's. Oh, that is. Oh, I'm sorry. He does make a. Excuse me. He does need to make a concentration check for a different spell. All right. Let me do that quick. Ooh, he got a natural 20 on that one. So yes, he made it.
Damn.
Okay, but you eliminated 2 more of the cultist guys, and I'm gonna.
Three altogether. So I shout to Cernil, "Hey, I took out 3.
It's like Limley and Gaggle.
I'm down
Limley
2."
and Gagulus. Gimli and Legolas. Anyway, all right. So now we've got a Marrow. He's not going to be left out of the action. He swims up, clambers over, and he topples into on top of the giant. He will attempt an acrobatics check. And I'm gonna rule. He takes
Nice.
3d6 damage.
Both flippers.
He takes 8 points of damage from that.
A tooth on the chain.
Yes. And Samrul, go ahead and make a save.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can
Yes,
go ahead
please
and
do
end my
so.
turn if you'd like.
Well, you know what? The plus side is nobody's targeting you for damage during all
Can
this.
you cast spells when you're held?
No, I can't do fuck all. So your turn.
Somebody could cast a dispel magic on him if they want, or like
No, I brought Mira
Right.
into the fight.
Yeah.
That's what I've done today. I did my
trying.
job.
okay. All right. So now who's this guy? That guy's dead. So
taking the
Groot,
rest
it is
of
your
this
turn.
fight off.
Okay, so first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to whelm.
Ooh.
Well,
Whelm. And let me
Whelm.
see if this shows up. There we go. So those 3 are in my space.
All right. Let me just get these guys on top of you here. Okay. All right. Each creature must
need to
make
make a-
a strength saving throw. All right, let's do the Marrow first. He's pretty strong, but
11,
he
nice.
likely failed that. DC 14?
Yeah.
Or no, it's
Yeah,
15.
Yep.
So He takes 9 bludgeoning.
Yep. And now he's grappled.
All right, so he is grappled, and these guys also need to make a strength saving throw. The guy to the north made it, and the other guy, I think, 15, he made
Yep.
it too. So the
Yep.
2 cultists are not grappled, but the marrow is.
Okay. So then I'm going to double punch the marrow. Wait. No space. Okay, so that's just me moving into his space, and then I'm going to slam him.
So the
Okay.
whelm isn't an action?
Hang on.
I thought when it's a recharge,
Oh,
typically.
yeah, you're right. It is. It's listed under actions. Yep, so I guess I'm done.
Yep. But he is definitely grappled. He's not going anywhere. And you can recharge. Basically, you can roll each round to see if it recharges
Yep.
on a 4 or 6.
Yep. Sounds good.
All right. So that's Groot. That cultist is dead. That cultist is not dead. He's going to whack on this water element who's got his fish buddy with a scimitar. Ooh, we got a
Yeesh.
19. 6 slashing. And that's all he can do. That cultist is dead. Another one comes out, pops out of the door next to Sarandiel.
Hey, what's going on here?
Yeah. It's like, hey.
Hey, man. What's up?
Oh, I just woke up.
Sees Sarandiel there and takes a whack at him with a scimitar, not knowing what he's letting himself in for. Missing pathetically in the process. Okay. The dude with all the stars, he's still got a shitload of those left. So as bonus action, he's going to use one of those. What's the range on that thing? That is a range of... Oh, yeah. He fires it all the way across at you, Sarandiel. He did not like what you just did with that blade. So he's going to take a shot at you. Someday when I scroll to the right window. Here we go.
Damn.
22 hit. All right,
That'll
so you take
hit.
31 radiant damage, and if you have a spell effect going, concentration check is in order.
I do not.
That was his bonus action, and
Wow.
as
damn.
his action, he's going to attempt a... He's going to do... Well, let's see. That's going to whittle away his buddies. That probably wouldn't be the smartest thing for him to do. No, he's not going to do that. He instead is going to... I don't know how the hell that would work. He was going to cast a wall of force, but that would bisect the storm giant. I'm not quite sure how that would affect things.
I mean, technically, the wall of force is supposed to. You're supposed to choose a side.
I know,
that
but he's
pushes
chained to
them
the
that
deck.
side.
That's
So
the-
yeah,
Yeah,
I
he's
don't
too
know how
worried that
that
would
would
cause
work.
like irreparable
That's-
damage to the storm giant that's his prisoner. So, yeah, and it doesn't make any sense to have it floating like above him or secured to his chest or something. So screw that. Never mind. Instead, he is going to... Pucky. He's going to cast Lightning Bolt, getting the elemental, one of his cultists, and you, Sarandiel.
Ah, hell.
So
Sacrifice for the greater good.
So, and he's going to boost that sucker up to 5th level.
Um,
Oh,
I'm down.
32 points of damage puts you down.
I was
Yeah,
already
really?
hit twice by other things,
Right, right.
so
Damn.
I only have 63 hit points. I'm a wizard, not a.
You're a
not a
wizard,
fighter.
Harry.
Damn it, Jim.
I'm just a wizard who could go and beat the shit out of people. But I don't have a lot of. I can't take it. I could
He's
dish
a
it.
glass
I can't
cannon.
take it.
Good thing we got a cleric.
Anyway, that was his action, and yeah, he's going to stay where he's at above the fray.
and he can fly.
Yes.
All right, so we've got a cultist.
Did one of the cultists drop?
Oh yeah, I forgot to. Sorry, thank you for reminding me. He does need to. It doesn't matter. He failed. He did 9 hit points, so he's dead.
What about the marrows?
Yeah, technically
Make it
speaking, the
damage.
marrow would also be in line with that shot, especially since he's kind of being held by the elemental. So,
I was going to shoot a lightning bolt back, but then
yeah,
didn't
so
wanna
he
hit
failed,
first.
and he would take full 20. Yeah, he's barely up. He is just like single digits.
That's 32 total, right?
Oh yeah, he's actually. I'm sorry, he's not up. He's dead. I forgot the higher level cast damage. So
I took
yes.
32. I'm glad he took 32 too.
Yeah, it's only fair. So yeah, he killed the Miro and one of the cultists, but he took out
Nice.
he took out the wizard with the really scary blade thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, so the cultist moves up and he's going to attack Mirror. Scimitar,
Bastard.
18 hit,
That hits.
3 slashing.
Ouch.
That cultist is dead. That cultist is not. He's also going to swing at Mirror. Same deal, but for 5 slashing.
All right.
Serundial, if you've dropped, go ahead and make a death save. Ooh,
that would be a fail.
that's 1 failure. Been a while since we've gotten into death save territory. This is
Right.
fun.
One.
It's usually me.
The upside of being held, no one's attacking you. Okay, this guy here is yeah, what is he gonna do? Well, he was gonna attack Serundial, but Serundial's down now and looking pretty crispy, so he's gonna move down to here. He's basically gonna dash over to there. Mr. Marrow. All right, the one Marrow is still in the water. He's going to clamber over the top and again try the belly flop over the side. Yeah, that still sucked. So he'll take all 6 points of damage. And he'll flap down. Oops. Landing on top of the guy there.
Isn't he actually like?
Yeah, I was
Isn't he
gonna
on?
say, isn't like
isn't he on top of
Mirror and-
us?
No, well,
technically?
I'm trying to keep it separate because he's
Yeah.
more on their on the chest of the. You guys are more on the floor of the deck, and the chest is like
Okay.
almost at the same level of the main deck, and he landed pretty much
Got
on the
it.
chest,
Okay.
so he's at that
All
level.
right. Sure.
But if he wanted to migrate down there, he could.
Right. Right.
But that was his full turn, so he's done. All right, the one surviving cultist is going to whack on the water elemental with his scimitar. Ooh, 18 for 4 slashing.
And it's not magical, I assume.
Nope, it is not.
Okay.
Just a regular old scimitar. Okay, so we've got another cultist on Mirror with a scimitar.
Bastard.
Hits for 3 slashing.
All right.
And then the big bad half orc dude. He's going to attack twice with his short sword.
Me.
16, I'm assuming, misses.
Oh, that's what he needs actually.
Oh, okay. So 8 piercing and another con save.
All right. Another failure coming.
Ooh, you made it. So you take
Holy crap!
so you take half of this. An additional 21 points. So it would be 10 additional points of poison damage.
Christ.
And his second attack hits as well. Another 7 and another save.
How many fucking things of poison does he have? I'm gonna be down anyway. I think.
So it'd be 12 minimum.
All right. Can you just add up all that damage? Because I know what I had when I started this round. I think I screwed up here.
Well, the first attack would have been 8.
I just wanted all added up.
8 plus 21 plus 7 plus. Did you make your save? You didn't make a save for the second one, so I don't know what the last amount is.
Okay. Let's see.
All right, so you made your second save, so the second one would have been 12. So it would have been 48 total damage.
Okay, good. Then I'm still up. 63 minus 48.
And that's his turn.
I
Yeah,
have
he's
15 left.
He is a bad dude. So this guy on top, or excuse me, not this guy on top, this guy at the bottom, he is going to. Is that a touch spell? Yeah, that seems kind of risky. He's going to do another evil spiritual Mac. On the elemental. Oh, come on. There we go. I'm just going to have it appear here. And I cannot. That red isn't going to show up. I'm losing track of it here. I'm just going to make it yellow.
I see it.
Yeah.
There you go.
Anyway, so he's going to do that. Which misses pathetically. Okay. So, whoops, sorry, we've got a Miro here who is dead. So, Miro, it is your turn.
All right. I'm going to disengage. Activate my winged boots and basically go. How far up to like the edge of the ship am I?
Give me just a moment here.
Don't forget to disengage.
Yes,
That's
I am trying
was
to
my
check
first-
to see
yeah,
if
That's my first move. Yeah.
engaging the magic item may be an action.
I thought it was bonus action.
That's what I'm looking up. While you wear these boots, you have a flying speed equal to your walking speed. You don't have to engage it, it looks like.
Okay.
So, yes, you can use your action to disengage. You are basically 20 feet down from the edge of the top deck, or the edge of the upper deck.
All right.
I'm just going as simple. Each level is
Yeah,
10 feet.
Right. So if I go straight up and out, I'd be like 10 feet out.
Yep, sure.
So I'm gonna go about there then.
Well, that'd be more than 10 feet out. You were right here, so going vertically up 20 feet would take 20 feet of your movement. If you wanted to move 10 feet, then you could get to maybe there.
Okay, that's fair.
And you would be on the upper deck. about equivalent with Valdry, I believe. Yeah, so you'd be like right there.
Perfect.
Not even with Valdry elevation
No,
wise,
right,
but
right,
Yeah.
right. Yeah, he's way higher. Yep.
Okay, so you were out of that melee. Who we got left here? I'm having a tough time finding these guys with all the corpses. Okay, so the guy that's holding Samuel will continue concentrating. We've got a dead Marrow who doesn't get to act. So Valdry, it is your turn.
Okay.
Make a perception check.
Okay.
By the way, you're up here, and this whole ship is now starting to like kind of rock back and forth, and there's this heavy wind blowing and lightning is
Yeah,
flashing.
so I don't perceive shit.
No, you're very concentrated on what's going on beneath in the ship.
Okay. Well, I think you flew off.
Yeah, you saw.
He didn't fly off. He just flew up.
Flew up. Yeah.
Yeah, you can see him below you from the crow's nest. He's
And
looking
don't
pretty
forget,
wounded.
Surrendriel's down.
Yeah, you see
Yeah, I
Sorrendiel
know,
also
I know,
on,
that's-
on the deck.
Right. All right, so I'm going to fly out, and my camera froze again from time today.
Oh, yeah.
It's very weird. So I'm going to fly out, and I'm going to land kind of on King Hecaton, right about right about on his chest. Let's see if I can ping where I'm at.
It's right here.
So I'm on the lower deck, yeah, because I want to get Surrendiel in range of mass cure wounds.
Okay, yeah, that would be without a problem.
And then Samuel would get it too.
Yes, he both would. Actually, anybody in the party
Yeah,
would,
that'd
except
be
for
nice.
except for Mirror would. Actually,
The
no,
water
even Mirror would,
Yeah.
because
The water
his chest
elemental.
his chest is kind of like dead center of the ship.
Yep.
So you
So
would
everybody
be.
gets 19 back.
Yep.
God.
So
So
you
water
are basically right
elementals.
here at the moment.
Yeah, Samuel.
So Sorrendiel, you are now awake.
Yay. Still
Yeah.
lying on the ground.
Still prone, but okay.
It was a quick
Yeah.
nap.
I feel refreshed.
Yeah, the Marrow that you just landed next to says, "Oh, thanks for coming down to me," and he's gonna
Yeah.
attack you with a bite and miss and a claw. Oh, that might. Does 20 hit you?
Yes, it does.
All right, 10 slashing. I know your AC was absurdly high. I couldn't remember what it was.
It is 19.
That's right. Samuel, guess what you get to do?
I get to try again.
Come on, you can do it. You can do it.
No, I can't.
Jesus.
Wow.
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 That's just unbelievable to me. I've never been.
I haven't rolled a 10
Why
yet.
as a
You're
player-
amazingly consistent.
As a player, that spell has never worked for me. That never, ever has worked
Yep.
for me.
No, that spell's
It's
terrible.
horrible.
And
Oh, well, okay. Groot.
Even the
Okay.
nerf
The
spell
nerf
is
spell.
bringing
So
you
I
down, man.
see, I see that Samuel's been in trouble for a while, and this is the guy that's been concentrating, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna walk up and whack him,
All right.
and
So
I'll take opportunity attacks from the Marrows and
you would attack.
whomever else.
Well, you would get attack from one of the Marrows, and I mean the one that you were holding is dead. So you'd be passing by one of the other ones, and the
Yep.
cultist. The other cultist is dead, and the spiritual Mac doesn't get an opportunity attack. So one Marrow and one cultist.
Sounds great.
We'll go with the cultist first because I got his window up. He flails. The marrow. Sorry,
The mirror.
the mirror. The marrow tries to bite you. 16.
El
That hits.
mirror.
Okay, so he chomps you as you pass for 8 piercing, but isn't able to stop you. And the cultist is just like, oh fuck! As this big hulking thing of water stomps towards
Okay,
him.
I'm gonna do 2 slams on him.
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
15 and 17.
For hitting, yeah, and he's he's paced. He had 4 hit points left.
Okay, well
Samuel.
hang on.
You are no
So
longer
then-
held.
So the first
Yay.
attack was a 15. I'm
Yeah, and the first
assuming
attack
it
would
hit-
kill him. Yes,
Then I'm gonna hit the ogre thing then.
the ogre.
Orky guy.
Oh,
Yeah.
the half orc.
Yeah, the half orc guy.
Okay. So that was
17
your
him.
second attack, 17. That would be enough to hit him. He's wearing studded leather armor, so
17 to him.
takes 17 bludgeoning from a water elemental's fist or appendage. Yeah, he's like, well, that's got his attention.
Yep. That was the point.
Well, at this point, yeah, his other previous target, Mirror, took off, so he's got someone new to fight. All right, so who's left here? That guy's dead. He's dead. Roll 20. He's dead. Okay,
Dead
cultist sees. Well, I'm gonna have him make a perception check to see if he noticed Sorendil sitting up.
I'm not sitting up yet.
No, yeah, he's oblivious. He's gonna. Actually, that was Dex, but either way, it was a shitty roll. So, he comes down. He's gonna help out his buddy here. He basically just ignores you. So, I'm gonna rule Sorendil. You didn't have a weapon out, and you're not unconscious, but you're not actively threatening him, so you don't really get an opportunity attack. But on
Sure,
the plus
that's
side,
fine.
he did notice he just woke up. So that's
Yeah.
his turn. All right. So the guy up here with all the spinnies, he looks down over the edge and sees the elemental and is gonna fire one of his remaining things at you. He's got 3 left. 12, I think, misses you. Or does it?
Thank
That
God.
does.
Whew.
Whew.
Yay.
So he's down to 2.
Yay.
And as his action, the banishment thing is really not working out for him. So what else could he do? What would Jesus do?
What would
He's,
Vince Clortho
He
do?
could teleport to the
Run
storage room.
away. That's what he does. He goes, yeah, I'm scared. Let's go.
He could.
Now that Samuel's free, he knows he's fucked.
you know what? He never really liked
Yeah.
that guy anyway, so he's going to cone of cold everyone down there.
I'm. Wait.
Nice.
I'm gonna. Yeah, like. I'm gonna.
What?
I'm counterspelling that bullshit.
He counterspells your counterspell.
What?
He uses his reaction to counterspell your counterspell.
Why counterspell is
Why
counterspell
did
is
that do a
counterspell
crown of
is counterspell.
stars?
Well, he has to. What level is he casting it?
Why won't it do it? This is freaking weird.
I think Cone of Cold is
It's 5th level.
5th. Yeah, so I was gonna cast this.
Right. So
Ooh, I was gonna cast it. Yeah, less than or equal to the level of the spell slot you used. So I was gonna use a 5th level spell slot, which is his. Does he have a 5th level spell slot to counterspell as well?
let's see.
Or does he have to roll to see if he
Um,
counterspells it?
Ironically, he does have 1 left. It's the same level as his cone of cold.
Yeah.
So,
Alright, then he can just
sorry,
Counter
I want to
spell.
understand the logistics here. So he's casting a spell.
Yes, he used a bonus action to direct one of the stars. He used his action to cast Cone of Cold. He used his reaction to counterspell Samuel's counterspell.
All I'm trying to get to is that he isn't done casting Cone of Cold yet. So I don't know how he could react to the reaction because theoretically he needs to cast.
Doesn't say. Yeah, doesn't it require someone else to
I mean,
react?
I
don't know.
I
I've
just don't
looked
know how
this
that
up.
would work
I've looked
logistically.
this up. This has happened before. It's
Yeah.
been ruled, and it definitely works. You can
Yeah.
counterspell
Okay.
a counterspell because
Yeah.
technically it's a reaction for Samuel to also cast counterspell.
Okay.
But he could only do it once. Like you couldn't have an infinite chain of counterspells because you use your reaction to do it, and you only get one reaction per turn. In any case, the Cone of
So does he still lose that spell? The original spell?
The Cone of
No.
Or
Cold
is
was
it-
cast.
No.
It's not countered then, basically.
Correct.
Yes.
So there's Cone
Okay.
of Cold hitting
Yeah.
everybody below.
Yeah, and I don't know why it's not letting me roll for the damage of it for some reason. It won't let me use it as an attack, so I'm just going to go ahead. Everybody down there in this clustered area will, well, first off, it's going to outright kill the 3 cultists who had 9 hit points. Doesn't matter what their dex is.
Are these guys? Those guys are involved too?
Oh,
Wow.
yeah, he did that to everyone. Everybody else, yeah, make a dex save, DC 17.
Oof.
How far does that go?
It's a 60-foot cone.
Oh, okay.
So if you failed
Yeah.
the save, you take 35 points of damage. If you make your save, you take
Ow.
half. The half orc. Huh? Failed his
Ouch.
dex save. Oh, he's going to be pissed. Yeah, he took all 35 points of damage from that. He looks up at the mage, and you just see freaking hate in his eyes. Like, you get the sensation that there was actually no love lost between these guys before, and now he's like, if we get out of this, I'm going to rip your tongue out through your asshole.
That sounds gross.
But he's still up.
Whoa.
Samuel,
Nice.
you
I
saved.
passed.
Holy crap!
Samuel saves
Did-
now,
did I
finally. He was
pass?
saving up for
One,
it.
one extreme to the other.
Whatever.
And that's his turn.
Whatever.
Natural 20.
That
too.
guy's dead. That guy's dead. Sarandil.
All right. I grab my sword. Because I should be just laying next to
Yeah.
it, my rapier. I misty step next to Valdry. And then second verse, same as the first. I'm going to do the
Oh, boy.
Steel Wind. I'm going to hit this
Okay.
marrow first. So let me do that one. 24.
Nice.
Oof. 44 points of force
One arrow
damage.
drops.
This marrow.
Come on.
Yep.
Yes.
Holy crap.
23.
Man.
14
20,
points of force
so
damage.
25 total. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's still up.
No, it's
What's
just
the piercing
14, not
from?
the 11.
That
No,
doesn't
you
count.
ignore
Oh,
the
okay. All
piercing.
right, so it's
It
all right,
doesn't
so they
count.
ignore that
just the
part.
steel count. So it's
Okay.
just 14. This guy,
Ooh,
because he pissed me off.
12 does not hit.
I assume that's a miss. Okay.
Oh,
That was
wait,
1, 2,
wait. No, I'm sorry. He still had stone skin going.
What about 18?
Okay.
Does that hit? Use your inspiration.
Sure, I'll use my inspiration. Is 18 hit?
Give me a second here. As hard as stone until the target has resistance to non-med. Oh, that's just resistance. That doesn't improve his AC. So yes, that would hit.
Oh. The 12 or the
No,
18?
the 18.
Okay,
Oh, no,
so
wait. No, wait.
20
The 12 actually would have hit. You wouldn't have needed to use
Oh.
your inspiration.
The 12 would
Perfect,
hit.
yep.
Okay, so
Oh,
29.
wait, no, I'm sorry. He had
force
mage
damage.
armor. He had mage armor.
Okay, so
Yes.
18 then. I'll take the I'll take
Okay.
the inspiration. 29 points of
So
force
let's see.
damage.
He is. So that's magical. So 29 points of force damage. So he
Yep.
needs to make a con save to keep his stone skin going. 29. So half of that would be 15. So he failed. So he no longer has stone skin going.
Okay. This guy's number 4.
Yeah, he's dead.
19.
Well,
just
I
dead,
mean,
you
unless you
said,
get
or-
9 or yeah.
Oh,
He had 9 hit
44
points. So
force.
yeah, he's dead.
Yeah, he's dead. And then number 5, this guy should be on top of the giant, so I assume I should be able to
yeah.
hit him.
Yeah.
Yes.
So actually, technically, he'd
Okay, so I'll
be
do
on
him
this level,
last.
but doesn't really matter.
Oh, and I dropped my
Oh.
rapier. Fuck.
Yes, you dropped
Too
it.
much whirly gigging.
So if you teleport
I
on that last one, if you teleport, you'll be away from your rapier because you would have dropped it next to him.
Yeah, I know.
Well, you can end up next to him.
You know what?
You can end
What's
up
that?
next to him.
I can teleport.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can, but I can pick any of the targets I hit. And I have my blade song going. So do I want to do I think I want to do this, which is the attack action turn. You can attack twice instead of once when you attack. Moreover, you can cast one of your cantrips in place of the attack. So I'm gonna pop next to this guy. Yes, I acknowledge my rapier is on the ground. And I'm gonna cast Fire
Okay.
Nice.
26.
On
I
the
assume
wizard?
that hits 5 fire damage.
Definitely hits. So 5 fire damage on him. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, that got his attention.
That's it. Now I'm done.
All right. Okay, so the guy that you just dropped picks up your rapier and throws it over the side of the ship.
Ah.
Wasn't he down in the hole?
Yeah, he just
would have
picked
to
it up
climb
and
like 40.
whipped it up.
Threw it.
Oh, threw
What?
it. Douche.
Yeah, he threw it. He
over,
picked it up.
huh?
He's like, "Fuck that thing!" After he just saw it.
Yeah.
So he just threw your rapier overboard. That was his action. So he'll
Okay.
then move
Sure.
over next to Valdry, I guess.
Oh, I'm gonna kick his ass for you.
We
yeah.
got
Valdry's got a
GPS.
Valdry's got a
We got an
special
air tag on it.
Valdry's got a special sympathy because the same thing happened to him a couple sessions
Yeah,
ago.
dick.
Okay, we got one Marrow left standing. Let me get these other dead Marrow off the ship here. He comes up to you, Valdry. He's gonna try and give you a bite and a hug. The bite misses. Claws also
Nice.
miss. We're getting down here. Who's left? That guy's dead. That guy's dead. Half orc. He's like,
Damage.
God, if we weren't under attack, I'd come up there and kick your ass.
We can.
The water elemental got his attention, so he's going to attack you. 18.
Yep.
Now, for piercing, I don't know that elementals are immune to poison damage, are they?
He is immune to poison.
All right. Okay, I wasn't sure. So that does nothing, but he does get a second attack. 14.
Yep, that hits.
4 more piercing.
So 4 total for me. I'm assuming it's not magical, right?
Let me double check. Yeah, it's just a regular short sword.
Okay.
Wait, let me triple check that he doesn't have some kind of ability that makes it magical. No, he does not. Oh, wait. Oh, nope. Never mind. He could do sneak attacks, but I wasn't counting all
Everybody's
that
dead.
against mirror. Oh, fuck. Oh, well. And he doesn't have any allies left within 5 feet because the wizard killed them all. Too bad. Now he's really pissed. Anyway, the cultist over here, What is... He hasn't done one yet. Oh, where the hell is this? "60 feet range." Okay, he's going to need to move a little bit. So he moves, he clambers up on top of the chest of Hecaton, and he casts Hold Person on you, Serendil.
Okay, so it's a
Yep.
wisdom
Have
save.
fun.
Oh!
No, use your inspiration.
I-
You did.
He did.
Oh, that's right. I did.
Yep, you
I
didn't
didn't
use
Oh
it.
yeah, you're right.
That's right.
Yep.
No, he had.
Mage armor.
He had mage
mage
armor,
armor.
so you
That's
did
right.
use it.
Yeah.
So
That's
I'm
right,
held.
yeah.
I'm held, baby. That's all right. I'm no longer a target. I hope.
Well, I wouldn't be so sure about that.
I
You
know,
kind
I
of
know,
drew
I
a
know.
little bit of attention to yourself with that fancy move.
You drew attention to yourself. I didn't do fuck
Yeah,
all.
poor
before.
Serendil. He just was an elevator. He wasn't even an elevator. He just,
Yeah,
transport. He's a barge, just shipping people back and forth.
Here's a teleporter.
Yeah, just attack the teleporter. Anyway, so this is the guy, for reference, Serendil, who is holding you, in case I forget.
Okay.
Mirror. Okay, so you are...
I'm above.
Yeah, go ahead and make a perception check, actually.
Okay. Nope.
Okay, no, you are
I'm
way too busy.
focused.
You are
I have
focusing.
laser focus on the task at hand.
Exactly.
I want to shoot this guy here.
With what? Your bow is on the deck way down below. You dropped it and never picked it up.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you said you dropped it and switched to your sword.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your bow
Very
is
careful. Some
right
dickhead will
there.
throw it over the edge or throw it over the.
Didn't you carry an extra bow?
No.
Hmm.
I didn't do that because I changed my tactic and
Well,
shot the other
you
guy.
can- You can just fly down now. You only flew 30 feet. So fly 30 feet back and then shoot.
Oh,
Pick up
wait.
and
Yeah,
shoot.
you're right. You're right. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I changed my tactic.
That's
I
right.
didn't-
You did do
yeah.
that. Yeah, you were going to drop it and then you changed your mind.
Right.
Okay, so sorry. You
I-
do have it.
Yep. Okay.
Shoot the fucker.
Yep. So I'm gonna target this swirly gig guy.
Okay.
And he's
Swirly gig.
he has been hurt.
Yes.
So
Don't roll a 1. That's all I vote
right.
for.
Yes. Right.
Fuck! Are you kidding me?
Your bowstring snaps.
All right.
Didn't you hear he said not to roll
Yeah,
a
that's
one?
what I said. Didn't you listen?
Okay. So
Oh my god.
That's 2 1s in a row.
Bless it.
Thank you, roll 20.
Yeah.
now I'm going to
It is engaged.
Throw-
Fuck you guys.
Throw
mode
your
tonight.
bow at him.
I
God
am
damn
going
it.
to move 30 feet
Okay.
and
Are you going like
Cry.
vertically?
I'm bait. No. I'm just gonna try to run into him and grapple the motherfucker.
So you are moving vertically down. Okay. You're about.
Yeah.
You're probably about 10 feet above him, actually.
Yeah, but I would be like right here, so I mean
Yeah.
so
So yeah, it'd be about 30 feet to go like straight line to him.
yeah, that's what I'm gonna try to do.
Well, actually, no, you took the attack option already. If you try to grapple him,
okay.
that would be another action. But you can certainly move next to him.
Yeah. And do I get one more attack then or no?
No,
Can I punch him? No?
Use your short sword.
he used.
Yeah, I'll use my short sword.
He doesn't get multiple attack. He already attacked with his bow once. He gets
I
multiple.
do get multiple attacks.
Is it multiple attacks with any weapon or just with your bow?
Oh, any weapon.
Because it varies depending on class. I think.
Oh.
I
No,
thi-
I took multiple attack.
is that a feat from the ranger, or a class ability?
Class ability.
Okay. I'm not doubting you. I'm just looking it up because I'm
Yeah,
confused
because
myself.
I've done 2 attacks with my sword before.
Yeah, the thing is you're breaking it up amongst 2 attacks. Sometimes you get like multiple attacks with a specific weapon. Is my
Yeah, it's like if you take an attack with this weapon,
Oh.
you can also take another attack.
I
But
think though.
I think the way yours works, you can just take
What
2
specific
attacks,
ranger
I
ability
think.
is it?
Oh,
I think it's just doesn't ranger have just multi attack?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to find out what it's actually called. Multi attack at 11th level. Wait, that's 11th level.
I have extra attack. Beginning at 5th level, you can act
Extra
twice
attack.
instead of once.
Okay.
Whenever you take an attack action on your turn.
Okay, sure. Then yes, you could certainly do that and flourish your sword.
Yeah.
You still have
I'm
your
not-
bow. You still have your bow in one hand, but you could flourish the
Yeah.
sword in the other and attack with it one-handed.
Okay. All right. Good.
That would certainly hit him. Oh no, I'm sorry, that would certainly not because he's got mage armor. I keep forgetting.
Oh, okay.
15 with the mage armor.
Yep. Okay. But I'm right next to him.
Yep. Okay. Cult fanatic.
He's got 2 people to deal with.
Yep. And that guy is dead. So Valdry, it is your turn.
Why not? I am going to cast Spirit Guardians.
Where's your Mac?
I don't know that
Yeah.
other Mac. I
It's
think
up.
was.
It's up on the. It's up on the deck.
I don't even remember
too
who
far.
cast the evil one.
Probably dissipated.
But you can
since
move
he
it 20 or 30 feet and around, right?
20 feet of
Yeah.
That's
He
if you move it
probably.
if it's straight
move it
down,
20
that's
yeah,
on
I'll move
top
it-
of
I'll move it.
something.
Yeah, I'll move it 20 feet.
Yeah, but didn't you get 60 feet away from it or whatever? Already?
Probably.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when he went down to.
Mhm.
So it's probably gone.
Oh.
Yeah, when he went down to do his heal
Yeah,
on
I
Hecaton.
knew that was going to happen. So I am going to Spirit Guardians. That's a 15-foot.
Everybody,
Aura, yep.
every DM's
Aura.
favorite spell to deal with.
Right.
Yeah, go ahead
you
and do
know
a
it.
15-foot purple radius or something around you. That'll work.
There.
Nice turquoise or green.
Yes.
All right, so that, if I recall correctly, is on their turn at the start
Yes.
of their turn.
Yep.
All right. So that's your action. Are you going to
Yep.
move or are you going to stay where you're at to keep them?
I'll stay where I'm at because any movement will be an attack of opportunity. So
Okay.
I'll just stay where I am.
I'll see that Marrow's dead. So Samril, you are actually not held and you get to do something.
Wow.
Crap.
Welcome to the combat.
Wow.
Hey,
dude.
thanks for joining us.
Get me knitting.
I forget what to do now. What?
Heal
What?
us!
Well, you
What
haven't used
is-
any of your spells, so
Right.
What do I do now? I'm so confused.
Well, so there's one guy here, and then
Guy up here.
2 by Valdry and the guy up there. Just those 5,
Yep,
right?
3
Or
guys.
is there
Oh,
someone
this,
I'm missing?
This
Yeah.
thing.
Oh, that thing too. Okay. Well, that's why I
Yep.
asked because I was missing something. Okay. Then what I'm going to do. Make sure this spell works how I think it does. Oh. Well,
Try it.
F you, Valdry.
Wait, what? After
I'm going to cast Hypnotic Pattern. Right here.
After I healed you.
Okay, hang on. Okay, so hypnotic pattern, and I'm sorry, which guy are
Or well, so how far? Like this guy down here, how far?
he's basically about 10 feet below.
Kind of the
Yeah.
lower and middle
Right.
deck.
I mean, his
Like-
chest
like
isn't
could-
quite
could-
precisely
could-
at the same level, but
Like, is there a way I could replace these two guys and
Hang on.
this guy down
Sure.
here?
Now I've got
Sure.
echoing. Skype just midstream started to echo, causing an echo, and everyone's frozen now.
Wow.
God, what the hell, Skype? Give me a second here. Sound off, mirror. Okay, hang on. Kyle?
Yes.
Okay, it fixed itself. What the hell, Skype?
Okay.
Ah, it just briefly froze, and I'm still got frozen video on Tim and. Oh no, they're just sitting there motionless.
yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Tim's just not moving.
Just not moving.
A glitch in the
I'm sorry.
matrix.
So, yes. Why don't you just draw a square where you'd like this thing to take up 30-foot square?
Yeah. Well, so I guess what I was. Oh, that's not how I
They would
draw.
the guys on the lower deck would be basically 10 feet lower than if you like centered it on Valdry. And it's a 30-foot cube,
Well,
if I recall correctly. So you could center it, and they'd
so I don't
it'd
really
cover
know.
15 feet below and above.
Yeah. So I want to like. Well, that didn't work. I don't know how to move it after.
You should be able to click on it and move it.
Don't you want to get that merman thing in
Yeah.
there?
I won't. Oh, it'll let me rotate it. Hello.
Yeah, you have to click right on
Oh,
that
there we
edge.
go.
Yeah.
So I wanted to place it so it would hit kind of all three of those guys and this guy down here. And
Yeah,
Baldry's gonna get
he
caught
would
in
be
the
basically
crosshair.
equivalent to the right there. So
Yeah.
yeah, sure, that would be fine.
Yeah,
I'm
and
just gonna move
Baldry's
him
just
there
kind of getting
temporarily.
hit in the crosshair.
Okay, so wisdom save on all these guys. He failed. So the marrow is hypnotized. I don't remember what I used for that, so I'm just going to use like a yellow circle. This guy wisdom's failed. So he is also hypnotized. Again, why does this spell never work for me like this? This guy, he failed.
Also
He is hypnotized, and I believe he was holding you,
Finally.
Sorendil. He was the guy, wasn't he the guy that was holding you?
Mm-hmm.
One of the two.
So
That's
am I no
accurate.
longer held?
Yeah.
Right.
You are no longer held.
Yay!
Well,
But I wanna
wait.
be held.
He can still maintain his concentration. He just can't take an action.
He's charmed.
Does he have to roll for that though?
No, he didn't take any damage. He just can't. He's just charmed.
Oh,
He's
okay.
hypnotized.
Got
He
it.
can't do anything. So I'm sorry, you are still held, but
Okay.
he can't take any other action.
It's nice to be
Yes.
held.
Oh, he's incapacitated and has a. Yeah, so he can't take actions or reactions. Can you?
It's concentrating.
Concentrate?
Concentration doesn't consume your action. That's the thing. So
Yeah.
unless it were to
Yeah.
knock him unconscious or something, he would still be able to concentrate. And then we got just a regular cultist dude on the one you were trying to finagle in there,
On the
and
deck.
oh, he actually made
He
it.
made it.
The one
Wow.
guy who didn't make it is the guy you were trying so hard to get. So
Don't I have
Yeah.
to
Yeah, you
and
do
then
too.
Baldry.
wisdom saving?
Yeah. There you
No
go.
problem. You don't care about all those goofy lights. Samuel's a walking Vegas
What
show.
lights? Yeah, he's already
Yeah.
seen it. He's,
Been there,
it's
done that.
nothing to him.
Got the T-shirt.
Yeah, whatever.
Okay, so that's your action, or are you going to stay where you're at?
If I move, I get a
Yeah,
opportunity
the
attack. So I'm
Hapork
just
is
gonna stay
within
where I'm
reach
at.
of you, so.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stay where I'm at for that reason.
Okay, Groot, we're up to you.
So I forgot that I have what's called Primal Strike, and
Ooh.
so theoretically my attacks on that chain were magical. Just FYI.
Ah, well, then.
So we're not rolling back anything, but I want a free Hecaton.
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm just going to go ahead and try and whack the chains this time.
Free Hecaton!
So
Okay.
I think he might be he might help.
So make an
So-
attack roll.
All right.
There's a shitload of chains. 1, 2,
All
4
right.
of them.
First one does not do any damage. The second one, though, does and almost breaks.
Damn it.
It looks like another blow might shatter that one chain.
Okay, and then as a bonus action, I am going to heal myself using my other ability that I have called Combat Wild Shape. And I'm going to spend a 5th level spell.
Okay, give me a second here. I'm trying to find something to represent the
I give
chain.
myself 16.
Nice.
That was a pretty crappy roll for a 5d8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was.
Okay. Wait, really? Where the hell did it go? Why can I not drop this on there? Roll20 is being super flaky, and I don't know why. I'm just going
That's
to.
what it does.
Yeah, it sure does. Um. Okay, I don't know what to use here. I'm just going to use this bag of smothering token as a. Oh, okay, that's more than I wanted. A rug of smothering token
Hoi!
as a chain representative, for want of a better thing.
Cool.
Just so we know where we're at with it, how much damage you've dealt. Okay. So the guy that you missed with your hypnotic pattern runs up the chest and wakes the guy that
Ooh, but he just entered into my
yes.
spirit guardian.
So he will need to make a what save?
Wisdom.
Thank you. He's just a regular cultist dude, so yeah, no.
So then he takes.
Actually, that might have been a suicide mission for him.
He takes 14 radiant.
Okay, so he was gonna wake his buddy up, but he died.
Ah, nice.
Died instead.
Oh, he was brave, but not too bright. So his cultist buddy is still
Whoopsie.
screwed up.
What are you doing?
Freddy, no. Okay. So, Serendial, you
That's
are
pretty
still
good.
being held.
Dumbass.
Boy. Yeah, he just does not want you around. He's going to spend his last 4th level spell slot and try to banish you, Serendial.
He
I-
could just
whoa.
punch
No,
me.
he
I mean,
wants
I'm
to fucking
held.
banish you because he doesn't want you doing your
Oh, okay.
swingy swing thing again.
He ain't doing F-all.
Um,
Well, honestly,
counterspelling
if you
that
banish
shit.
me, I'm only gone a minute.
well, yeah, that
So,
one,
come on.
he can't counter your counter automatically because that was his
Okay.
last 4th level slot.
He could use a 3rd level and try to roll to counter it, though.
Or,
Technically.
or he could actually, you know what? He can use an 8th level slot.
What?
Oh,
What?
or he can
Yes.
do that.
He could do that.
He's going to do that. He really does not want you around.
Okay, what do I roll?
You need to make a
Wisdom or
charisma.
charisma? Oh,
saving
charisma.
throw.
Ooh, that's my best one. Okay, no, it's not.
Okay, now.
Okay.
Oh, he
Ooh.
rolled a 10, but
Okay,
bye.
I spend a minute taking a nap on another plane.
All right.
well, it's
But I'm no longer
concentration,
held,
so
I
he can
bet.
break his concentration. And that would-
Yeah, I don't know that that effect lasts across planar boundary.
Well, also, well,
But
yeah,
it's a
wouldn't there have to be a
concentration
line of
spell.
effect?
Well, he already cast the spell. It's just really concentrating to maintain it.
yeah,
yeah,
but
so
wouldn't
if
there
we
have to be a
break it,
line
he
of
would
effect?
come back, right?
A line of effect only applies when you cast a spell. Unless the spell's description specifically says you have to maintain line of sight for a spell to take place. But
Yeah, it says if the spell ends before 1 minute has passed, the target reappears in the space it left or in the nearest
Yeah, we're
unoccupied
talking about
space.
hold
So if you
person.
break
we're
concentration,
talking about hold person.
oh, I thought
Right.
hold
Yes.
person. Does that
Whatever.
What is
I'm
that?
on another
Yes.
plane.
That's
It doesn't
described.
really matter.
Serendial is on another plane of existence.
Well, heal yourself while you're over there.
Well,
Well,
he
if
can't.
I'm
He's
held, I
being
can't.
Yeah,
held.
but he is concentrating again. I'm just going to put that thing on him to say he's concentrating so I don't forget. I'll put a little wrench on him. He's working hard.
How is hold person?
Okay, so Serendial, you are suddenly on another plane of existence and you're still being held and you're like, what the hell? But you are still able to
Hopefully it's a marshmallow plane.
yeah, I don't think. Or you're not taking damage.
Nope.
Yeah, it's just for the duration, but you can make attempts to break out of it. Yeah. So
Oh yeah, I
I
get
think
my
Okay.
wisdom save, right?
yeah, every turn you still get a
Yeah, I still
attempt.
get a wisdom
Yeah,
save.
so
Yeah,
it is actually
true.
your turn, so
Okay,
Oh,
boom. I'm
all
no
right,
longer
you are
held.
no longer held.
But that's the end of my round, so I
Right.
can't do anything.
So at least you're no longer held.
Well, you're on another
But
plane.
now you're
and-
just chilling on another plane
I'm just
going, this
chilling on
is
another plane for a minute.
great.
Hey, what's going on here?
Yeah. Meanwhile, the entire ship suddenly shakes like it was hit by something extremely massive, and everyone needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
Except for me.
Even me, if I'm hovering.
You do not. Where are you hovering?
Okay.
I forgot. You're down.
I'm on like
just right next to
I'm like
that.
the
God
second
damn it.
level.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So you do
But I
not because
wasn't-
you're not in contact with the ground.
Right.
All right, I'm taking my damn inspiration.
Okay.
I'm not gonna get knocked on my ass.
All right. So if you didn't make a DC 15 dex save, you are now prone. Did anyone fail their save?
No, or I think
Paul
I did. I
did.
don't care.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah, he's a water elemental. Who
Groot-
cares?
well,
He's
yeah,
a prone
he's
water
a water
elemental.
elemental, but he's still prone to prone attack rules and everything.
Splooshy,
But
splooshy.
while you're prone, Groot, you see towering above the ship a tentacle that is about as thick.
Oh, of course.
Uh-oh.
It's
Release
about-
the Kraken!
Yeah, it's about a 10-foot thick tentacle and snaking up about 50 feet above the ship.
That's not
Jesus.
good.
It's always the testicles.
Hackathon.
I'm glad I'm on another plane. Is it holding a rapier?
Is it holding a rape?
Yeah.
By the
Here
power
you
of
go!
Grayskull!
Somebody drop this.
This tentacle starts like whooshing around like Serendial did. Never mind the big attacks. I'm gonna use this little rapier. Okay. Yeah. So, the guy who is hypnotized, well, I guess he's still hypnotized as long as Samuel maintains his
Is-
concentration.
But he's in
But
my
he's in the cone.
Oh,
of
that's
in
right.
my
Yeah. Okay.
spirit
So first off,
guardians.
he needs to make a wisdom save.
DC 15.
Yeah, actually, this is going to dispel all of their because they're going to take damage no matter what. So I'm sorry, wisdom DC 15.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so he takes full damage.
14, yeah.
All right, so he is still up and no longer enraptured. This guy on the right, he failed, so he takes
15.
and same deal there. He is no longer enraptured, and the marrow. Yeah, really failed. he's still up, and he is no longer.
And I will deal, so I can deal him an extra 10 points since I am still in my.
Wait a minute. Let me
mode.
think about this. I thought that was an attack option. Not this is not. Oh well, it's part of a spell though.
Part of a
Yep.
spell.
Okay. So yep, I will take that. Actually, that is enough to kill the marrow.
Yay!
And actually, all three of them drop.
No, it's only on one actually.
Oh, okay.
So just the marrow. Mr. Marrow's dead. He's now fish food.
Okay. So the marrow, that was his turn next. So he is dead. The half orc. Let me just check something here. He looks up, sees the tentacle, and you see his eyes just grow wide.
He craps his pants.
And he says, Slugrithel is come! Slugrithel is come! We will bathe in the blood of our enemies! And
Who's we? Because I don't see a lot of we left.
he triumphantly slashes at you, Samril, with his short sword. 24 hits for 5 piercing and a con save.
Welcome to poison.
Yeah. No.
All right.
Take half damage.
So you take 15 points instead of 30.
15.
Damn.
And 10 misses.
You're right, it does.
And that's his turn. So that guy's dead. Mirror, it is your turn. You all heard him say this now, so if you all want to look up and see this massive freaking tentacle.
Find my sheet here. Too many windows. All right. Well, I had my sword out, and I'm still next to that swirly gig guy. I'm gonna whack at him twice. Damn it!
First one misses. Second
Damn
one
it!
hits. Oh no, second one misses again. He's still got that going.
Yeah. I'm gonna. I can't really move. He'd get an attack of opportunity.
He doesn't currently have a weapon out.
Oh, okay.
Technically, he doesn't threaten you as far as you know.
Right. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna just kind of hover outside of that area.
Okay.
Don't get near any testicles.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Voldry, it is your
Yep.
turn.
Okay. Well, I got this cultist right in front of me, so I'll pull out the Warhammer and just whack at him. Come on. Hello. There we go. Does 13 hit him?
Actually, it does. He is only 12 AC. Leather armor.
So he takes 13 then.
All right. He had
Does he still have
8.
his mage armor
He
up, or did
drops.
lose it?
Whack.
Did he still have his mage armor up, or did he lose
No,
it?
this is the guy, the cultist down here.
Oh, the cultist.
Yeah,
Never mind.
cultist.
He drops.
That guy.
Okay, and then I will move. Do. I'm gonna move so I can go. Hey, buddy, how's it going? Have a little bit of my spirit
All right,
guardians.
At that point, you're getting a little bit closer to the bottom level there, because Mirror is floating at the deck level, and
Yeah.
you're kind of walking down the giant to more towards the lower deck.
Oh, okay.
Unless you're flying, unless you're also flying still.
Yeah, I can still fly.
Oh, okay.
So.
Yeah, then you can fly up and be right next to Mirror then.
How's it going, buddy? Have a little spirit guardians, why don't you?
All right, then Samril. Let's get these guys out of the way as well. Clearing house a bit.
Did.
Well, shit. That's about all I got to say.
Oh shit.
I'm going to use my rapier to swing at this guy.
The half orc?
Yeah.
That definitely hits.
Does a 27 hit?
Yes,
the
it does.
Yeah. Swing at the
He
hork.
takes 12 piercing.
Okay. He's still up.
Did he fall prone?
Damn
no.
it.
Oh, it's not a giant.
No,
It's not a
nothing.
giant.
He's got to be a giant, so yeah.
Yeah, he's just a half orc, so.
And I'm going to Misty Step to over here.
Okay. Poof.
Get those chains.
That was my plan.
Well,
Groot.
I just needed to get
I'm
the
going
hell
to
away.
slam the chain again for 14.
15's not enough to break its AC.
It was enough last time.
No, it
you
wasn't.
had a ni-
Its AC is 20.
You had a 20.
Okay. That's what I do.
Yeah, your second attack was 20, so that's how you got it last time. Yep.
That's still what I do.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
That guy's dead. The wizard uses.
He's got to make his whiz. His
Oh yeah. So first
wisdom
off, he
save.
starts off his turn inside the spirit guardians. So first, he needs to make a wisdom save.
Shouldn't be hard for a wizard. Holy crap!
Yeah, that's not gonna work. So first,
Whoa.
roll the damage.
So 14 he takes.
Okay, so he needs to make a con
Concentration, right?
save. Yep.
Whack.
That
And you're back.
fails. And Serendil, boom, you pop back into the your little excursion to another plane is cut short. So now it's his turn, and he's like, "Fuck!" He directs the second to last star at you, Serendil, just out of spite.
God damn it.
Take 18 radiant damage.
All right, hold on. I'm going to use my Song of Defense. I'm going to burn a 4th level spell and absorb all of that damage before it gets to me.
Okay. All right. That was his bonus action. Boy, he's getting low on spells here.
Excellent.
And since you damaged him with your stupid swirly guys, he's going to target you, Valdry, with a magic missile, boosted to 3rd level.
Oh, wow.
Oh, no, wait. No, fuck that. He's going to do a lightning bolt on both of you. He's still got a lightning bolt slot. Mirror and Valdry, deck saves. Oh,
nope.
shit.
Let's see. Dex.
Yep. Nice.
29.
So 29 full, 14 for half.
Okay. That singed me a bit.
That was then.
Concentration check for Don.
Hmm?
Concentration check for you
Oh,
for
yep.
Spirit Guardian.
Con save.
Yep.
That'll
There
do
you
it.
go.
You're good. Okay, Serendil.
All right, I'm done with this guy. Lightning bolt his ass.
Fight fire with fire. Okay, he needs to make a deck save then.
Nope.
Bum. He takes all
27.
27 points of damage. You crisp him really good, but he's still up.
All right, well, then I use my Blade Song 16 Firebolt.
That hits.
Does that hit? 7 more fire.
He had 6 hit points left.
Yeah, fuck you, buddy.
Right between the eyes with a firebolt, and he topples over the edge and lands flaming at the foot of the half orc, who like stomps on his head 6 times. You damn me with your lightning bolt ever again. He is dead.
Dude, you want a job?
Another tentacle rises over the top of the ship, and both of them go and slam down on the fore and aft castle of the ship, basically kind of
shit.
twining around it, and the entire
That's
ship
not good.
starts
This
shaking.
is not good, Mav. This is not good.
No, we gotta kill it.
Let's see, that guy's dead. The half orc is like, Slackathrall, I will die for you. And after continuing to stomp on the head of the dead mage,
You're right. You will die.
he just kind of randomly swings a couple times at the water elemental with his short sword. 9
Yep.
piercing and 7 piercing.
Oh,
No poison, obviously.
Yep.
Mirror.
Restring my bow.
Okay, midair, you restring your bow.
Nope. I
And
don't think I can do anything else.
that would be
so,
your action. If you want to move, you can.
Am I away from the tentacles at this point?
The tentacles
Right.
are wrapping themselves around the whole ship at this point. So
Right.
God.
The front
Yeah.
and the back.
yeah, they're really on the upper deck or over the. They're basically stretched over the upper deck.
This
Okay.
is not
But,
good.
but that's my action,
No,
correct?
not good,
I can't.
Mav.
I can't fire or anything at
No.
this point.
You can use
Okay.
right your action by the end of your turn. Your bow will be restrung.
Okay.
Okay, Valkyrie. Then it is your turn.
Well, let's. So I see the half orc. I'm going to. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I'm gonna toll the dead him. Oh yeah. So he
Dex.
makes DC
wisdom.
15 wisdom.
All right. Nope.
All right, so he takes 9 necrotic
Plus 10.
and then plus 10, so 19 total.
Okay, he bleeds out of both of his eyes and falls over dead. Farquaad, take me down with you.
Now we gotta free this damn giant before this thing.
Get away from goddamn Kraken.
Samuel, it is your turn.
Oh, I got an idea.
Well, it's not your turn.
I know.
So in my estimation, are these chains magical?
Yes.
Make
I
a
think.
Arcana check.
Magic 8 Ball says
Yeah.
yes.
Just try again later.
Sure.
I'm gonna try casting Dispel Magic on them.
Who has
Just
Okay. You cast Dispel Magic. It has no effect on the chains that you can perceive.
okay.
good try though?
It was worth a try.
Great.
Yep.
Second slam breaks one of the chains.
Well, then I'm going to use my move to go to another one.
Okay. There's basically 4 of them, so I'm just putting them here. Okay.
That's it.
And this guy's dead. Threndiel.
Okay, what chains are broken? Just
of
the
4.
one? Okay, the one that Groot just hit, I'm gonna magic missile it.
He just broke one.
Yeah, it's
No, I know, but I thought he hit this
No,
one.
he hit
Oh,
okay.
one. He hit
No.
one, missed. He hit it
Okay, I'm gonna
again,
magic
broke it,
missile
and moved
this
to
one.
another one.
Okay, I'm gonna magic missile that one he's standing in front of. So 1, 2, 3, and I'm gonna cast it at 2nd level. So 4. So 19. That's pretty good rolls.
Okay, that's magical damage, so that snaps that chain. It is broken.
nice.
Yay!
And the tentacles constrict, and the front portion of the ship is crushed. The back portion of the ship is crushed, and the crows whatever you call that thing that the crow's nest is on,
Yeah.
starts to topple.
The mast.
Yeah, the mast. Thank
yeah.
you. Starts to
Mast.
topple back and forth. The ship is starting to take on water.
Oh shit.
The half orc is dead. So Mirror, it is your turn.
Well, I'm hovering and I got my bow restrung. I'm gonna try hitting one of the chains.
Which one?
Um,
You're gonna try shooting one of them.
Fuck yeah.
Okay.
Why not? Right there.
All right.
That one. I don't have any other targets except for that
The Kraken.
big thing.
Make an
Yeah.
attack roll.
Bing, bing, bing.
16. Nope. 27.
Yep, hits. And I believe your longbow is magical, is it not?
It is, yes.
Okay, so
so
that does
it would
count.
be, it'd be 12, 14 points of damage.
Okay, that one snaps
Nice.
from an arrow. That seems unlikely, but rules as written.
It's a magical
We do
arrow.
what we can.
Exactly. We'll roll with it. Baldry, it is your turn.
Well, I will go and hover over the last one, and I will attempt
Smash it.
to hit it with my magical warhammer.
Okay.
Try to. I bet that doesn't
That
hit.
does not. That
12,
bounces
don't-
off.
Clunk. Okay.
Samuel.
Oh, I'm gonna drop Spirit Guardians.
I mean, I can try hitting it, but it ain't gonna work for shit. So I'm just gonna try something else, and if it doesn't work, someone else can open it.
Yeah, some kind of magical.
Try that. See what happens.
On the chains.
Yeah.
It's like says set of manacles, so who knows?
We got to get out of here before the
And-
testicles destroy us.
I don't know.
I don't know if it works.
You know what? I'm going to rule that it does.
What the heck?
It's logical that, I mean, they're
There's
me-
something holding the chain.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. It's for this. There's a very specific description of this, but it doesn't say anything about being immune to knock, which is, it's a manacle. It's like one of the. It's a locking type mechanism.
Yeah, I see it requiring like 4 knock spells to
Right.
do all.
Right,
It wouldn't just be
correct.
1 to do
Yeah.
all of it. But yeah, no,
That's
it
fair.
makes sense.
So okay, so your
Got 3 of them
knock spell
broke already.
worked, and it is the last one shattered. So the chains pull to the deck, and it is now Groot's turn. Hekaton is still unconscious, and now starting to be partially submerged in water.
Shit.
I try and slap him awake and put his head above water.
Okay.
The water is gonna hold his head above
Yep.
water.
Let's see. Give me a second here. Okay, so actually, you know what? When you broke the chain, now that I think about it, that seems to have removed his unconscious state. So
Oh, sweet.
before if you want to wait,
Oh.
before you approach,
I will wait.
Actually, I'm trying to see I'm going to roll initiative for him to see when he actually gets to act. Give me a second. He's got a token here.
Token. Whoa! He's a big feller.
And we'll go to the actual object layer and roll his initiative. Looks like he got an 18, so I think actually would go next.
Nice.
Actually, he would go right after you. So he wakes up immediately. You don't have to like try and wake him up.
Okay.
You see him
Well then,
Smack.
sitting
I
up.
just
to him,
wait.
Yeah.
Then I wait.
Okay. Do you want to ready an action, or are you just deferring your turn?
Tell them what's going on.
Ready in
Just say,
action
Your
to
Majesty.
what?
Works.
I don't. I'm gonna deferring my action. There's nothing. I don't know what to do anyway, so I'm good.
Okay. So yeah, he kind of like raises his head and does like a shake of his head and kind of blinks a few times like he's trying to figure out where he is and what's going on. I mean, he's becoming aware that he's basically in a puddle of water at the bottom of a ship. There's a huge storm raging outside. This ship that he's on is
Dead bodies all over
yeah,
him.
there's dead bodies all over his body that are kind of sliding off of him. Including Valdry, who is like,
Hi.
yeah, he looks around
Hovering.
and then he takes notice of you guys and he like kind of sits up and says, "You, the Lord's Alliance, indeed, I'll see your alliance wrecked upon the waves for this treachery." And he grabs he grabs the mast from the ship and snaps it off. And
shit.
he's going to swing at one of you guys that's down there. Well, let's see, either Samuel, Valdry, I think you're the one that's right there, or the water elemental. I don't think he even really knows that the water elemental's there because there's a lot of other water splashing around. So
Right.
even it's Valdry, odd it's Samuel.
Oh boy.
I'm getting wrecked.
Valdry.
Oh.
For once,
Never mind.
Samuel's not going to get wrecked.
Your Majesty.
All right.
Sarissa.
So he's just using an improvised weapon here, so it's basically disadvantage. $30 or $25.
Somebody's got to talk to him.
I'm assuming
Yeah, those
25.
both
I'm
hit.
assuming 25 hits you. Okay.
They both hit.
Oh, they both. Well, no, it was a disadvantaged attack.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Oh,
still
okay.
hits.
Yeah. So the
This could
first
be the end of
one.
Baldry.
Home run.
Yeah.
24 points of damage from the first hit.
Yeah.
Second attack.
Yeah, I'm down. I'm dead.
Yeah.
Wait, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he knocked me
Second
cold.
attack did 19 points of damage.
Yep. I'm down.
Okay. So that was his turn. So Serendil, you're up.
I yell, "Stop, Your Majesty! We came to rescue you on behalf of your daughter.
Sarissa.
We broke your chains."
Well, dude, you're unconscious, Valdry.
I know.
You don't get to say
I'm
anything.
metagaming.
Make a charisma.
We broke your chains to free you.
Make a charisma check.
Yeah, that'll go well.
Oh,
hey! Wow.
I think it went well.
I think it went well.
Okay. He pauses for a second, looks at you, and says, "Name my daughter."
Sarissa. I would have.
Yeah. You would have known that.
Hi, buddy.
Okay. So now he kind of lowers the weapon, and at that, the ship takes another mad twist. You can actually like see it. Basically, it's being twisted in opposite directions, like a corkscrew by these tentacles. And he kind of like staggers.
I yell, I say, we're in trouble.
Yes, it looks this way. Who are you, and what's going on?
We are the chosen folk who were on a quest to restore the ordning. And we came on behalf of your daughter to rescue you.
Okay.
Are we still
was
are
when
we still in combat round?
No, we there's no.
Okay. I turn back into Groot and I heal Valdry.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, the ship is starting to come apart though.
yeah.
Right
we
now
need to get the
you've
hell outta here.
you've basically got
The
one
con.
set of
Use
actions
the con.
each before the ship starts to break up.
Teleport us out of here.
All right,
son.
so we're not going to go initiative, but we're going to say, all right, so Mirror, you get to do one thing.
Shit. I'll just wait until we figure out what to do. I don't know what to do. I'll drink a potion.
Okay. At the end of this turn, the ship will be broken apart. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So
Okay. Yeah.
You get 13 done.
Thank you.
I'm gonna drink the best potion I have.
okay. Valdry?
Which-
I
Yeah.
I am going.
Make a death save?
No.
Oh no, you got healed.
I
Sorry,
got
I'm sure you just
13
got
back
healed.
from Groot. I'm going to.
Who's got the
drink
conch?
my. Yeah, who's got the conch? I've got the conch. Is it in our bag
Hold
of
on.
holding?
Root, are you a life caster?
No, I'm a druid.
Wait.
Oh,
I'm
okay,
saying
never
you've
mind.
each got one more thing to do before.
I get it. I get it.
Yep.
He asked me a
And
question.
so I'm drinking a potion of healing. No, wait. I'm gonna touch myself with a cure wounds.
Okay. Okay. Samuel?
11.
I'm going to do I this might be stupid, but how would hypnotic pattern work? Like if I cast it on this
Kraken.
Kraken. Like
It would. I would rule that it would work with like any other creature that you partially intersected with one of your targeting areas. So it would need to make a save, or it would be affected by it, possibly.
Yeah.
If you're targeting one of the tentacles.
I'm gonna try
Okay.
it.
Yeah, it does nothing. It just
Okay.
decided to ignore it. Legendary
I'm gonna start
actions,
doing that from
that
now
sort
on.
of thing. It's
Oh, I'm gonna start deciding to ignore things from now on.
sure. Just get yourself some legendary actions. You just got to beef yourself up and be
Yay.
basically a god level NPC, and then you'll get those. Okay. The king is like, it feels like we should be getting out of here. Can you swim? And then he starts like clambering up the side of the.
We
the ship.
can.
We don't need to.
Can he?
Well,
Yeah.
you're about to find out, I
Assuming,
think. And if you're not doing anything else, Serendil, it is your turn.
I ask him, can you swim? I believe we're all okay.
I can swim
We
just
can walk
fine.
on water
Okay, all right, because we all have water breathing on us.
and
so-
water walk.
and-
Yeah,
oh, do
water
we?
walk is
Okay.
yeah.
All right. I let the ship. I guess I'll drink a. No, I'll just
Okay.
wait.
Groot,
I asked King Hekaton, can you breathe water?
he says, no, I cannot.
You now can breathe water. I cast breathe water on him. Water breathing.
Oh,
on him.
no,
Now
I'm
can
sorry.
breathe
King
water.
Hekaton is amphibious. He can breathe air and water. Sorry. I missed that.
I say, and
Yes,
then
I
I ask
can.
him, do you want, so if he says yes, I go, do you want to walk on water?
I already do, don't you know?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
If you think that'll help us escape this, I don't know. I have no idea what's attacking this ship.
A
Or-
kraken is attacking. Look at the testicles above. I don't know what else it could be, but you know,
Uh-huh.
The giant hairy
that's
testicle.
kind of metagaming.
Yes.
I guess.
Okay, so
I cast water walk on him then.
okay, yeah, he
That one guy said his
will
name.
not try to fight it off or resist your attempt to cast water walk on him.
Yeah,
Okay.
select.
And with that,
Slackrotho.
the ship breaks in half. Well, not in half, into like three pieces. It basically explodes into a whole bunch of pieces. You were all cast into the water.
Except me, because I was hovering.
Yeah, except for those of you that are hovering.
Yeah.
So yeah, and you've got water walking, which basically means you can move your normal movement rate on water.
Yep. And
Yep.
So
Let's get the airship back.
the airship is staying the fuck away from this fucking
Yeah, just
clusterfuck.
get it back. What is
They're 1,000 feet away.
Well, let's go to.
There's
Let's
also a
start
storm
heading for
going
it.
on.
Yeah, actually,
Yeah,
right. That's a good point. You look around and you see the balloon has been actually punctured and deflated, and the ship
Ah!
is like basically on the water, but like being tossed and turned around.
Oh no.
Okay,
That
let's
Chuck.
go to the boat. Let's go to the boat.
Let's go to the
It's going
boat.
to take you quite a while to get there.
Then let's
It's
just.
all right.
King.
We got the conch.
Well, it's
Yeah.
not your turn. Mirror, are you
Oh.
going to do anything?
I'm gonna ask him if he can get to Maelstrom.
He says, I know where Maelstrom is. How do you know what it is?
Been
We've
there.
been there.
Been there,
How
done
do you
that.
think we talked to your daughter?
I have no idea what's been going on. I was kidnapped by these small folk Cretans.
Well,
We know.
I have no
This-
idea what's been
them
happening
too.
other than that my wife was murdered and I was kidnapped, and it was by small
No.
folk.
well,
Can you get
let's
to-
meet there.
Can you get there on your own?
I could try, but
Well, so
Why can't he just come with us if we blow the conch?
Well,
Yeah, I think we can.
only one giant can go with a
Right.
conch, right? And then, or a group
And
of us.
how many
Correct.
conches
Oh,
do
we
you
can't
have?
take him with us.
We have
We
two.
only have
we have
two.
Two.
We can't take him with us because we need the two for us. If he takes one, then not all of us can go.
Right.
does he need the conch to go
That's
to
what I was asking, yeah.
Maelstrom?
That's what I was trying to get
You have one of the conches of teleportation.
We have
Two.
two of
We
them.
have two of them.
Then let us use them and depart from this place immediately.
Okay.
Who has
All right.
these? Who has the conches?
I
We
I have one.
They're the
I have
building.
the conch of Calithica.
Okay.
Oh, I have the conch of goo.
Okay, you've got
Either
'em. All
one.
right. I thought
just give it to me and make contact with me, and I can take us all.
okay.
Okay.
All right.
Perfect.
Let's touch him.
I
Okay.
made these things.
All right.
I made
Okay.
these.
And yep, as you do that, another tentacle writhes up and snakes around him and starts cinching tight and trying to pull him down under the water. But you guys grab hold of him, and he blows the conch with a sound mightier than anything that you guys have ever heard before.
Woo!
And with that, you are all transported from the roiling, splashing stormy waters of the ocean to back to Maelstrom, to the teleportation.
All
chamber.
right.
And you have
Wow.
just barely rescued King
know.
Hekaton.
Woohoo!
Wow.
All right.
Yeah, that would have not been good.
Barely better than expected.
That was really touch and go. That frickin' mage, that stars spell, that cone of, or the, what is it called? Crown of Stars, yeah.
Well, my wife saw him, as you can hear from the beagle.
Okay, well, this is where we're going to end for the night. So next time we will pick it up with you guys having arrived in the teleportation chamber of the Maelstrom, having rescued
that-
the king.
That's
Nice.
next week, right?
What's that?
That's
I
next
think
week,
yeah.
23rd.
Next
week, yeah.
Thursday. Or do you need more time, Paul?
No, I think I can. Oh, yeah, that's right. I didn't alter everything else. I might
So
offset.
if you stick with the 23rd, I should be able to play. I might be a little late because I'm playing golf that day. Although I am Eastern time, so I might.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
I should be able to make it, but I might be late. It's a 10% chance.
Can everyone make the 30th? I could shift us forward then.
Yeah, I
Just
think
look at
so.
the 30th. Yeah, I
can
should
make
be fine.
either just as well.
Okay, well, let me give you a little bit of time because
30th?
this is going to start really the last leg of the campaign now. So, yeah, let's.
Level up.
Yes,
level
I
up.
was going to say you guys can level up to 11.
Yay!
Nice.
And this will
Aw,
probably-
turn it up to
This will
11.
probably be the last level up of the campaign. So, make it count.
Yeah, but then we go to the next campaign
At level 11.
as 11. Right.
So anyway, yeah, congratulations, guys. Like I said, I wasn't sure how this was going to go, but you guys pulled it out of your ass once again.
Well, Serendial's super duper blade slashing. Although you did lose your sort of.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter what weapon I use. I
Okay.
could do
Yeah,
that
they
with
just thought it
dagger.
was
I
that
could just use
magical weapon.
locate
or something.
object, by the way, and get it back.
Yeah.
What's that? Yeah, but we'd have to go back where that thing is, and now we're in the
Pry it
maelstrom,
from
so
the
I just looked at
tentacles. Pry it from the grasp of the tentacles.
Grasp of the
Well,
hairy testicle.
He wasn't there when it got thrown over, so it's just
No,
probably
right.
out of the ocean.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Another quest for
Alright.
another campaign. Side
That's
quest.
We were so close to being wrecked too, because I was at 8 hit
Wow.
points. Don was
Yeah,
down.
I
Tim
was-
was down.
I was-
like,
Yeah,
I was down to like 12 hit points.
I was down and I was Spanish.
Right.
Yeah.
I was down to
Literally,
100 out of
Paul
100.
was-
I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Paul was the only one just sitting there doing whatever he felt like, while the rest of us were almost dead.
And he would have been
Breaking
in total
strings.
reserve too if he would have just got knocked to full hit points if he loses it.
Yeah.
Anyway, awesome
was fun.
session, guys. So next time we will pick it up. I'll reschedule for the 30th. Let me know if that's not going to work, but we'll plan then on
It
picking it up in Maelstrom on the 30th then.
Sounds good.
All right.
Later.
Cool.
Thanks.
Thanks a lot,
See ya.
guys.
All right,
Have a
bye.
good
Bye.
one.
See ya, boys.
Yeah.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.